What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Rage of Wrestling YouTube. I am, of course, your host, Mr. Reliable Walter. Ready to go with UFC 300 as it's coming on. We get the federal law effective prohibits. Need to learn how to enunciate any person from receiving. Waiting for it. I'm looking forward to tonight. This is monumental UFC 300. Let me turn it down because they're gonna do an intro with music, and I don't need to get in trouble. But I'm looking forward to this. It's kind of hard to predict. Main event, of course, the middleweight championship with Pereira versus Hill, which are both big time middleweight champions. Sorry, light. What am I talking about? It's not middleweight. It's the light weight championship. Forgot Pereira moved up in weight. But we got Charles Oliveira fighting today. We got Zhang versus Yang for the women's bantamweight championship. We got Justin Gaethje versus Max Holloway for the BMF belt, the bad motherfucker belt. That's the one. That's one of the fights I'm really, really looking forward to as we get a live shot of the T-Mobile Arena, which is a beautiful arena. I've actually never been there. I've been only to Vegas one time, so I never got to see like live events and shows there. I was just gambling, but I never got to go there. So one of my dreams, I never got to go to any UFC. I know Aaron went to CM Punk's UFC just because CM Punk was involved, but go figure that he who's not into the UFC actually went, and we're getting a hype video now showing and highlighting everyone. Alex Pereira, I could turn this up. There's no music. I could let you guys hear this for those that didn't know on the pay-per-view. 2-division champion. They call it. They liken him to a stone-faced killer. Who's coming back for what is the belt he never lost. The belt that Hill never lost because Hill was injured, so he never actually lost his belt. So that's why he's the number one contender, in case people were wondering. First, in one of the most highly anticipated fights, I'm looking forward to Dong Wei Ling. This is nice. Both Chinese, so we could get the second Chinese bantamweight champion ever. I got Bo Nichols versus Cody on the bottom because I think, if I had to guess, that's going to open the card. That's what I'm thinking is going to open the card. But, you know, when you buy these pay-per-views, it's 10 p.m. here on the East Coast. You buy these pay-per-views, they spend about the first 15 minutes just hyping everything, giving everybody tells of the tape. And it takes about 15, 20 minutes before a fight even starts. That's why usually I go live at around 10:30 just to get over all the hype, and because we got to talk for a good 15, 20 minutes before we even show anything. We're getting the hype package of Max Holloway, who is like, he was the featherweight king at one point until Volkanovski got a hold of that, and then he chose the division. So it started with Jose Aldo. Then from Jose Aldo went to Conor McGregor, of course, who was the featherweight. He ruled the division for just a little bit. Once he won the title, he moved up, became the Conor McGregor we know, and he never really defended the title. He just held featherweight division and captive and just never really defended that title. And then he became and blew up and went into boxing. And what's up, Ryan? I can see your comment there. How you doing? Yeah, so Conor moved up to a lightweight, and then went to boxing, and then the featherweight division was never the same. Then came Max Holloway, who carried it into he carried it, and then who we got now is Volkanovski. So the featherweight division, since I've been a fan, has really, really looked different. A lot of people weren't into the lighter people. They felt like people weren't knocking out people. It was always decisions. But I think that's more for boxing. In MMA, the lighter people can knock you out just as bad as the big people. I mean, look at Conor. That left hand was knocking everybody out. He cracked Jose Aldo in what, 6, 7? I think it was about 8 seconds. He held He held the record for the fastest knockout until that knee to Ben Askren. What's his name? Jose hit I mean not Jose. What the why can't that think? But Ben got knocked out, and I think that was 3 seconds. So that's now the new record of the fastest knockout. Masvidal, yeah, thanks, Ryan. So now he holds the record. So we're getting a live shot overview of Monster in the octagon right now, covering the world famous UFC lightweight champion Alex Pereira versus Jamal Hill, who's only 12-1. I don't know why I thought he had a better record than that, but he's 12-1 and won no contest. And Alex, of course, 9-2, who was undefeated till Adesanya got a hold of him. So again, I just want to take the time to thank the few of you that are here watching me. Thank you for everyone on Twitter and on the YouTube channel. I appreciate the support. The crowd's chanting. So yeah, and for words of Cody, what do y'all want to talk about? Like waste time until the first bout starts. Like I said, UFC always wastes about good 15 minutes. The prelims are done. We're on the main card now. We're talking to Joe Rogan, trying to. I guess they're gonna go into predictions. Let's see. Man, what a night it's been so far, and what a feeling in the air. He's just talking about the atmosphere and the energy in the air right now. DC said his son is watching. And he's never got more happy. It's crazy. I didn't see any of the prelims, but I'm hearing that it was crazy. That the night has been crazy so far. So if anybody's watched the prelims, let me know what happened. I know Holly Holmes got submitted, and she lost in the second round. I know that. But if anybody watched the prelims, let me know how those fights were, because Joe Rogan's going crazy talking about how the night was so far. Here we go. We're getting a highlight video of Alex Pereira right now. Two-division world champion kickboxer and Alex Pereira. They're showing his knockout of Adesanya, which, of course, they're not going to show Adesanya got his revenge back. I give Pereira his credit. I didn't like him at first, but that's just because he beat my dude, Adesanya. He had his number for a little bit, and Adesanya's my guy, and that pissed me off. But now we got Jamal Sweet Dreams highlights. They're showing his fight with Glover. He beat the hell out of Glover Teixeira. And I didn't even know Glover was from Connecticut. Well, he's from Brazil, but he fights out of Danbury, Connecticut. That's where he trained. And a lot of people do, believe it or not, train out of Danbury, Connecticut, which I didn't know. But they're showing Hill highlights of when he won. And here's the weigh-in last night. Pereira with a red Indian face and the cap. I didn't even know. I didn't watch the weigh-in. I didn't know he wore this, but they were pushing and shoving and going at it. But nothing too controversial. You know, just typical two men ready to go at it and doing their weigh-ins. Now we're getting the highlight of the bantamweights. Zhou Li highlights, and this ain't only a few people have beat that woman. That, of course, she's part of the best bantamweight fight ever with Young Chechek. Like, I remember her alien. I don't know if you guys have seen that fight, but Young Chechek had a alien head, and her eye was swollen from here. It was like a hemorrhage inside full of blood and pus. That was like the scariest looking result out of somebody after a fight. But yeah, Young Chechek and Wei Li, that was 2018, I believe. That was like the fight of the year for me. Those two went at it for the bantamweight division, and for them to put women's fighting on the map like that, man. But that was the scariest looking. I remember all the memes. That was a scary looking hemorrhage where her brain looked swollen out of proportion. She looked like the Predator. That was hilarious. Let me see you getting to some kind of I saw a great tweet. Khabib is to Sambo wrestling specialist. Nate Diaz is a black belt in BJJ, and Jamal Hill is just a brother from Chicago with hands. It's true. Jamal is like he doesn't specialize in anything. He's just a MMA fighter. He can hit you with kicks. He can hit you with punches. He can take you out anyway. So the odds are against Pereira. He's actually down a 3-1 favorite. Pereira is, at least last time I checked. I haven't checked in a while. If somebody wants to check to see what the odds are, because you know how Vegas is. The odds completely change when it's close to the fight. Now we're getting the highlights of Max Holloway, Blessed, who's fighting at lightweight. He's a featherweight king. He's moved on up to 155. This is only the second time he's ever moved up. He's got bad luck at 155. He lost last time to Dustin Poirier, who Justin Gaethje beat Dustin Poirier for the bad motherfucking belt. So that's how we got here. They are two bad motherfuckers of each division. But I know it doesn't sound like a lot, but 10 pounds in UFC is a lot. The jump, it's not easy because those weight cuts that they go through, it's hell. They saying here we go, but then they just show highlights of old UFC. They're not. They just showed Anderson Silva when he front kicked Victor Belfort in the face. That was one of the most. I went crazy. My wife yelled at me how I jumped around the house. I'll never forget that, man. That was a front kick right to the face. No one's ever seen that. Silva was the man until he kept playing around. He was his own worst enemy. He kept playing around, and then Chris Weidman caught him, and it was over. It was all downhill from that. He couldn't recover, and then in the rematch, he broke his leg. And it was really over after that. He couldn't recover. Although, to me, he beat Michael Bisping. Anderson Silva beat Michael Bisping, but because it was in London, they gave it to Michael Bisping. He had him laid out with that knee in the second round. But they politicked it and gave it to Michael Bisping. And we're getting a commercial now for some kind of movie, a genuine masterpiece, some Japanese movie. I'm not sure what this is. I pay $61.48 for a pay-per-view Shogun. It's a Hulu series. You pay $61.48 to see a bunch of commercials. Like, can we get to the event here? We're seeing the celebrities now. Mark Zuckerberg, of course, the owner of Facebook. Which, by the way, has anybody's Facebook changed the way it looks on their cell phone? Like, I woke up this morning, I looked at Facebook, it looks crazy. Like, I don't know. I don't like the way they changed it. There we go. It is Nichols and Brundage. So I guessed it right. I put that fight Bo Nichols and Cody Brundage as the first fight. It is going to kick off the pay-per-view. I just assumed it, but Bo Nichols is on his way to becoming a star. So that's why I figured he would be the opener of the pay-per-view. And he's a wrestler. He's a big dude too, man. I'm going to guesstimate he's 6'3". When they show the tape, I'll talk through it. And Cody looks pretty big himself, maybe 6'2". Gonna turn it down because we know that when they get their entrances and their music comes out right now. Okay, so Ryan says right now, Alex is a minus 142 favorite. Jamal's a plus 120 underdog, which is a shame because Jamal is a freaking former champion. Like, why are they odds so bad? I mean, I didn't bet, but let me know if you bet it out there, and hopefully you win. Good luck to anybody who bet out there. And of course, if you have a problem with gambling, there are hotlines. There's a way to reach out. So we'll put that out there. But wow, he's a plus 20 underdog, plus 120 underdog. Well, if you believe in always betting the underdog, you better go with Jamal right now before those odds change. Sometimes as the fight gets closer and closer, they change the odds there. And again, I see people on Twitter and on YouTube. Again, I want to thank everybody who is watching. And after this, we switch to Open Mic Night in the Jeff Meacham Network, and also the Casa de 18 Studios, and support everybody and the Jeff Meacham Network, who's had a hell of at WrestleMania. We just did a watch along every day of the week. Like last week, if you couldn't find something to stream or watch or be a part of during WrestleMania week, then you're just not a wrestling fan. Because my God, we literally streamed every day of the week. We didn't get a break. All right, they're doing they still show, but they're just flipping the camera over the T-Mobile Arena. I'm waiting for a walkout. Here we go. Let me turn it down before the music gets me flagged on YouTube. Cody's coming out first. From Chaplin, South Carolina. So he's American, Cody Brundage. Trying to see if they get to the tail of the tape. He's at the where they stop right before they get in the octagon. They never say what they actually call it. I always call it like the fighter's pit, like before they get in there. But I don't know what that actually is called. They stop, they drink water, get last minute instructions, make sure you have your cup, make sure you have your mouthpiece, and then they let you in. They check your how your gloves are. And by the way, UFC for the first time they're using brand new gloves. They're saying that a tighter fit around your wrist, and I guess the way the padding is now, it's harder to get eye pokes because there've been too many eye poke endings in the UFC. So we'll see how these gloves are. It's a historic UFC 300. We'll see. They changed the gloves to see if we could hopefully get less and less eye pokes. Let's see, Cody. They're saying back-to-back wins. He finished 8 of his 10 wins, 5 KOs, 3 submissions, 1 of 14 in slams knockout in UFC history. One of the 14 slam some knockouts. I'll never forget. The UFC has some crazy slam knockouts, but I'm drawing a blank right now. I wanted to say George St. Pierre, but it's not George St. Pierre. It's Matt Hughes when he knocked out Carlos. I can't think of it, but Carlos had a triangle on him. Matt Hughes had him in the air, and then he just power bombed him down. What Matt Hughes was actually knocked it out himself. He would have submitted if he didn't slam him, and he slammed Carlos. And I think his name is Carlos Esperanza or Carlos something. Newton. I think his name is Newton. Carlos Newton, and that was one of the great. That to me was the best slam knockout. He power bombed him, knocked him out, and let go of the triangle, and it was over. But Matt Hughes was out as well. If you ever watch the replay of that, but yeah, look up Matt Hughes versus Carlos Newton. That was crazy way that they ended that slam knockout. That's the best slam knockout to me. Here we go. Bo Nichols is on Fighter Pit. I don't know what that's called, so I'm gonna make that up and say Fight Pit. Bo Nichols, who of course is undefeated, 4 UFC division wins in 5 minutes and 26. That's his average win. Awarded UFC contract season 6, week 3 of the house. Now he's a plus 150 to win by knockout. Bo Nichols is. So if you're playing odds, you better play now and put it down that he's going to knock him out. I don't know if he can knock this guy out, but he's plus 150 favorite to win by knockout. Because that's in DraftKings. DraftKings breaks it down by how they're going to win, when they're going to win, whether it's a decision, knockout, submission. So you can actually triple your earnings if you pick everything right on DraftKings. Here we go with the tail of the tape. Cody 10-5. He's a plus 850 under. Jesus Christ, plus 850. Bo Nickal is a minus 1450 underdog. You talk about bad odds. Jeez, he's only 5-0. He's 28 years old. He's 6'1". I thought he was like 6'4". That is not 6'1". I'm 6 foot. I don't know if it's my TV that makes him look. He looks tall. There's no way that dude is only 6'1". That's Bruce Buffer, the man, Michael Buffer's brother, who used to announce for boxing and WCW back in the day. I think he did WrestleMania as well. But yeah, Bruce Buffer gets you hype, man. He's just It's time. I can't be too loud, but. Ten wins, 5 losses, 6 feet, 186 pounds. So Cody didn't make weight, but it's not a title fight. You don't have to make exactly 185 pounds. So he's a pound over, so he won't get fined or anything. You'll get fined or 20% of your purse in UFC if you fail to make weight, they take 20% of your purse and give it to your opponent. Five and 0, Bo Nickal, 6'1", 186 pounds. A wrestler at Pennsylvania State, or Penn State, I should say, which is the same as Dolph Ziggler, or Nick Nemeth, I should say. Chris Tanagi is the referee. I have no idea who that is. I've never seen him referee a fight, but it's not one of his normals. We get a look at the card girl. That man is a minus 1450 favorite. That is ridiculous. Here we go, round 1. Starting the ring, they're just filling each other out, bouncing around. Bo Nickal fakes a takedown, faking level changes. Nobody has thrown a strike yet. There we go. Cody came out, threw a front kick, a jumping front kick, but missed. Then he tried a head kick and also slipped. Whoa! They're throwing hard. Back spinning fist by Brunage. And Bo Nickal went to go take him down. Now they're scrimmaging on the ground. Bo Nickal almost had him in the guillotine, but now they're both up. They're up, pressed against the cage. Nickal's on top, pressuring Brunage against the cage. So he's pushing him forward. He's got his leg around, going for a single leg takedown. Wrestling for position. Now, I wouldn't do a single leg. I would do a double leg. If you know anything about like real wrestling and like college wrestling and amateur wrestling, double leg secures the takedown way better than a single leg because they got that other leg they can balance on, and you shift your weight when you take down by your thigh. You grab, you bend down, you pick up, and you slam. You give your opponent no way to fight. If you go single, they can balance. But he took him down right there. Guess he almost told me shut up because I didn't know what I was talking about. He took him down single leg, but now he's kind of riding his back. Brunage has both hands on the mat. It bent down. Bo Nickal got him by the waist lock, and he's trying to drag him down. He's trying to put his hooks in. If Brunage moves his arms and Bo gets the hook in, you got to hook in. You can easily submit it because they'll go immediately. Your default is to try to move the hooks. So you'll reach down to grab the legs and remove the hooks. You leave your neck vulnerable and people choke you out. That's why that body triangle is important. Also, when you're on the ground, the body triangle restricts your breathing. So it's all part of the submission. He's got one hook in. Nickal's trying to go for the other hook, and now he's got it. He got a rear naked choke, but he's not under the chin just yet. Brunage is safe. In this position, he's safe. All he's got to do is shift his neck a little back, and it'll slip. The arm will slip up past his nose, so he's safe right now. But he is getting beat down on the bottom. Bo's got double arm hooks. He's choking one arm. He doesn't have the other hook just yet on top of the head, which is a traditional rear naked choke. He's got him in it. He's slipping, though. He's not under the chin. That's the problem. He's trying to Brunage is just sitting there taking it. You need a wrist control. You need to fight the wrist. That's the most important thing. Somebody trying to choke you out is wrist control. If you control somebody's wrist, they can't switch the hold. They can't move it. They can't choke you out. Brunage trying to get up from underneath, but now he just gave his neck into a oof. Now some elbows from the bottom. He made himself vulnerable for the guillotine is what I was trying to say before I stuttered over my word. Wrestling for position and a front leg face lock now. He switches back to his back. Trying to go for the rear naked choke again. But Brundage is fine. He doesn't quite have it. He's got his arm like under his armpit. So he's like got his arm under here and then behind his neck. So I don't know if he's trying to go for a Darce choke or he punched him in his rib. Brundage lowered his arm, and now Bo Nickal has his arm under the chin better. But he doesn't have the sleeper in yet. One hook is out. He's trying to put his foot in between his armpit to get the other hook back in. So he's got one hook in, one hook out. Brundage is fighting. He slipped out. Now there it is. Now he's got wrist control. Bo Nickal is on top of his back, but Brundage is holding his wrist, which is what you want to do. That's exactly what I was just saying. It's wrist control. Brundage mocking. He's trying to tell Nickal he's not hurting him. He's going like this. He's punching himself in the jaw. That's DC pointing out the left arm can't really do anything. He's doing these short little jaw punches. But Brundage is just taking them. There's nothing. There's 10 seconds left. So 10, 9. I mean, Bo Nickal is going to win this round. Brundage is just going like this, like nothing's happening. But he had all the control. Octagon control is part of the judges' scores. So you can act like nothing happened at all, but you got taken down. Bo Nickal controlled like 90% of that round. So definitely Bo Nickal wins this round right here. Corner telling Brundage to take deep breaths. Okay, you did. Now listen to me. I need you to get going with your pace. So I need you to get going with your pace. Hand work and try to go for wrist control. Exactly what I was saying. Like he was just letting Bo Nickal do whatever, not trying to control the wrist, not trying to get out of the body triangle. You can't let somebody get you in a body triangle and then not control their wrist while they're trying to rear naked choke you. Both fighters are off the stool now. Here we go, round 2. UFC 301, Saturday, May 4th. I won't be doing a watch along for that. There's too much going on May 4th. That's my brother's birthday. You got to watch along on for WWE's Bash of Berlin. We got a timeout going on. I don't know what. I think somebody's mouthpiece is out or something. Oh, no. Something was in the octagon. Referee pushing them both back in. Time in. Here we go. Bo Nickal fakes a couple of jabs. Just trying to feel them out right now. It's only round 2. They're still feeling each other out. Nice kick to the body by Bo Nickal. Brundage checks the next kick. Nice check. Oh, Brundage with a kick of his own, but Bo Nickal caught it, tried to take him down, and Brundage reversed it and threw Bo Nickal down. And Bo with another kick to the ribs now. He's trying to take him down. He's trying to out-wrestle him. He's got him back on the ground, and we're back at the same position. Brundage is kind of like in a fetal position while Nickal is trying to work the body triangle in. He's got one leg around, his right leg over the right rib. And he's got, he choked, but then Brundage spun out of it, which was good. Way to reverse it. Bo with a couple punches from the top. Punching Brundage in the air on the side of the face. He's trying to squeeze in wherever he can. Front. He was trying to do a front face lock, but Brundage got out of it. Bo's got a long way to go. You can see the holes in his game, and he projects his takedowns too much. I mean, he got Brundage every time, but when you show that you're going to change levels and you make it too obvious, these upper echelon of the middleweight division, they're going to see it coming, and a flying knee is going to come at your head. Something's going to come at you, and someone's going to know how to counter you. You got to mix it. You got to, when you go for a takedown, you got to do it behind a jab, behind your punches. You can't telepath it. Bo is on full guard now. He passed Brunnage's guard. If he stands up, he's got full mount. He's got hooks on his leg. I think he's going for a Darth's choke from the top, which is a wrestler's choke. That's definitely what he's working for, a Darth's choke. Now he needs to jump off of Brundage and come to the side right there, and he's got the Darth's choke perfect. It's the same choke that Brock Lesnar used against Shane. There it is. He's trying to go for it. Now you got to get off of him to get side control. You want side control when you do that kind of choke. It's very difficult to be on top and do it. Now he's raining elbows. Brundage is trying to fight from the bottom, but Bowes is just raining elbows on his forehead. Another one. One of those elbows is going to cut Brundage, and it's going to be bad. Another one. Now they're just wrestling for position. Bowes is still on top. Now Nichols is punching, but Brundage did the mistake of getting on his stomach now and try to crawl out from underneath. But all he did was put himself into a body triangle and a rear naked choke. Bowes might have him. They're choking. He's choking him in the corner. He's underneath with the rear naked choke, and Brundage is on top. But he is fighting for wrist control, doing what you're supposed to do. Bowes had to let it go. He's got a tight body triangle, though, restricting breathing. There it is, another rear naked choke, but he doesn't have it quite under the chin. There it is. There it is. There it is. Brundage tapped. I knew that was going to happen. He couldn't get the wrist control. Bowes by submission. So if you pick Bowes by submission within the second round, you just won. Check your bets. Turn that in. Bo Nickal with a rear naked choke. He was favoring that choke. He wanted it the whole fight. And Brundage positioned himself to get choked. He was on his back, and he turned, got on his knees, and gave his back up. You don't want to give your back up against anybody who has good submissions. I mean, I understand why he did it. He tried to slip out from underneath, but Brundage just hold on. Once you can't escape when somebody's got the body triangle on you. That's the whole point of getting it on. As we go into the replay, what happened was so Brundage tried to go with an overhand right, and Bo Nichols ducked from underneath, got a single leg takedown, and then it was over from there. He just wrestled with him, took his time, got into that position, rode his back, and got the choke. Once that body triangle was that tight, I knew something was going to happen. I don't know. GC said he tapped immediately. He fought it for a little while to me. All right. So far, UFC 300 starts the pay-per-view itself with a submission. We'll see how many, because Charles Oliveira is on this card, the king of submission. It's not Brian for UFC 300. Dana actually gave whoever is the fight of the night, who all the bonuses are now, instead of 50K, they're 300K now. Dana White just doing something special for UFC 300. Bruce Buffer announcing that Bo Nichols is still undefeated and wins by submission. Yeah, so all the bonuses tonight, $300,000, something that UFC, that's unprecedented. That's something they've never done. They've only given $50,000. They've done stuff where they give both the winner and loser $50,000, but they've never gone this high. They gave their fighters $300,000, so you know they're going to go for it. I know Justin Gaethje is going to try to knock Max Holloway the hell out and get that knockout of the night, some kind of bonus. Fight of the night, he wants that $300,000. He was the happiest when they announced that. I don't know if y'all watched that press conference, but when they announced that they were going to get $300,000, Gaethje, you can see it in his face. He was like, I'm getting this money. So this is the highest bonuses that they can ever get. But, I mean, most UFC and MMA fighters are way underpaid anyway, so they deserve this, in my opinion. Bo saying this is a good learning experience for me. I'm just ready to keep fighting. That was tactical tonight. He said you put so much, Joe Rogan saying you put so much pressure on yourself and people put so much pressure. How do you handle it? Or what is that like? Bo said, I'm just grateful for being supported. I'm gonna turn you guys around, the ones that don't. UFC fighters never directly answer a question. If you guys watch UFC, Joe asks a question, the person never actually answers the question. They go on this rant or this tirade of everything else, and they never directly answer the question. He did ask him what's next, and he said he doesn't really care. He's got a long year ahead of him. He's saying people forget that I'm 6-0, and people I'm fighting are like 20, 25. They got vast experience more than me, and I'm eating them. Joe's asking, do you have any names on your mind? He calls out Anthony Hernandez. Anybody from the division I'm coming from. There you go. Call your shot. This is how Conor became as popular. When he was on the mic, he called out any and everybody and said, I'm ready. And that's what made Dana like him. You got to be a yes man to Dana and ready to fight anytime, anywhere, any place. And that's how you make money in UFC. Initially, DC's plan was to be 10-0 when he got to the UFC, but hard to find those regional fights when you're as good as he is. Yeah, Ryan. They were all clapping on the panel, but Gaethje's face, he had that weird smile, like I'm getting this damn bonus. Like and Gaethje's natural at 155. He's the natural 155er. Max Holloway isn't. He's 145. As we get a shot of Mike Tyson in the crowd. Yeah, he's 145, and he's moving up to 155. He might not have the power that he usually has. He's still a great submission specialist and everything, but he might not have that power, so he can still get knocked out. Yeah, but Gaethje had this smile like, I'm ready to get it. This bonus is mine. Are we getting a DraftKings commercial? Or like a backstage promo? It says bet $5, get $150 instantly using the promo code UFC 300. So if anybody hasn't signed up to DraftKings before, you sign up now. If you're in a state that allows betting, you will get, using the promo UFC, you get $150 in credits by betting $5. I can't do that. I already have DraftKings. It wouldn't be my first bet. They're saying UFC 300 is sponsored by Intuit TurboTax. So sponsors, just like WWE sponsors all over the place. Behind one of its favorite fighting sons, UFC Hall of Famer and former heavyweight champion Mark Coleman was hospitalized for 5 days after rescuing his dear parents from a house fire in Ohio. Mark Coleman was hospitalized for rescuing a fire. He rescued his parents from a fire, and Mark Coleman spent 5 days in the hospital. He has returned to good health, so that's good. He didn't die being a hero, but he saved his parents from a burning fire and was hospitalized for a long time. So UFC doing a special shout out to him. Oh, he's there. He's there in person. They're showing him. The former heavyweight champion, Mark Coleman. Good to see him in good health. What a hero to help your parents out of a burning house. Oh, it's nice to see him. Joe Rogan saying one of the all-time greats. I remember when he was there too. Everybody was on steroids back then, though, trying to look like Mark Coleman. And that's when people could fight with wrestling shoes and everything. I think Mark Coleman used to fight with wrestling shoes. UFC 100, I remember that. He's a real life hero. They're showing his daughter. I think his daughters are twins. Wow. If not, they sure the hell really look like each other. Let me take this Bo Nickal thing off. His fight's over.
They're all chasing Islam Makhachev. Charles Oliveira maintaining his status as the number one contender.
I think they're going to talk about. I think Charles Oliveira and Arman Shurigan is. I cannot pronounce this guy. He's Russian. I'm not going to. I'm just going to call him Arman. I think that's what we're going to next. You guys can see there, scrolling across the bottom. I'm not trying to pronounce that, man. I'm just going to call him Arman. Oliveira, the former UFC lightweight champion, who missed weight on when he fought last. He missed weight, which is why they stripped him of the title, and then he lost to Makhachev. Oh, Islam. Not Islam. I can't say his last name either, but he lost to Islam. Oliveira, DuBronx, the lightweight submission king who has the most submissions in UFC history. They're showing highlights of when he beat. Sorry, they keep switching highlights. That's why I was trying to say who he beat, and then they switched it again. Saying he wants to get his fighting title. There's when he fought Dustin Poirier, and he got him on the rear naked choke. Says, no doubt I'm a huge problem. I still want to be champion. But, buddy, you have an issue making weight. Charles Oliveira has a history of missing weight, and they say he was struggling this fight camp. So it'll be interesting to see what weight he's at. Arman looks fit. He had no problem with this weight cut, but they're saying Charles had a lot of issues with this weight cut. It might be time to move up a division, man. You might want to go to he is a lightweight. You might want to go to welterweight, 170. A lot of the guys are bigger than Charles at that weight, but it looks like he would have a better weight cut going up to 170. 155 is hard for him to make. He's a bigger guy for 155. He's 5'10", 6 feet. I mean, I know that doesn't sound big, but for that weight division, it is big. They're talking about Arman training with his teammate to try to counter Oliveira's submissions. They're saying Arman promises to secure a first-round knockout. Now, Charles does get hit by some punches. You can sneak punch. Gaethje knocked him down. Poirier knocked him down. Charles Oliveira looked like he was going to lose both those fights, and he came back in the second and choked him. He choked both of them. Actually, Gaethje, he caught with a left hook and knocked him out. But he submitted Dustin Poirier. There's Arman, born in Georgia, the country, not the state. Trying to see if they show his weight, because I don't think I haven't heard anything about issues of his weight cut. But it'd be interesting to see Charles Oliveira's weight cut. If you miss weight, this is a number one contendership elimination bout. So I know what I said earlier. You don't have to make weight when you're not fighting for the belt. But if Dana sees that Oliveira misses weight again, he might not become the number one contender, even if he wins this bout, because he's going to already know that he has problems making the 155-pound weight. Ryan saying go Charles Oliveira. I'm hoping Oliveira wins too, because I want him to get that rematch. But here's Arman's tale: 3-fight win streak, 26-0 takedown ratio, 8 UFC wins, 2-10 and 2 losses. 5th largest significant strike difference among active UFC lightweights, plus 1.94 per minute. So that he averages almost 2, getting 2 punches per minute over his opponent. The crowd, this is a mixed crowd. They're kind of booing him. I don't think many people know who he is the problem. Here's Charles Oliveira. Let me turn this down again because of the music. DC saying this dude is the man, talking about Charles Oliveira. Joe Rogan said there's never been a fighter with the kind of submissions that Charles Oliveira has, in his opinion. The Brazilian, former UFC lightweight champion. I can't wait till they show the teletape and show his weight, because from what I hear, there's grumblings and rumors. You can take it with a grain of salt because rumors are rumors, but that he really was having trouble making this 155. But he doesn't look drained today. He looks good. Usually when you have people that have weight issues and weight cut issues, that you could see them that they're drained. He looks healthy. He must have put the water weight back on. So he's probably at a 160, 162 weight tonight, which you put all the water back in your body and you gain all the weight back. As he's in that fight pit now, getting the Vaseline on his eyes, checking his cup, and we get his stats. Former UFC lightweight champion, most finishes in UFC history, 20. Most submissions in UFC history, as I mentioned, but there's 16. That's the record. 16 finishes, or submissions, I should say. Most performance award in UFC award. He's got the most bonuses. I didn't know that. I didn't even know that Oliveira has the most bonuses. That must have been all submissions of the night. Oliveira is plus 550 to win by KO. Oliveira to win by submission, plus 450 odds. And he's a plus 130 to Arman is plus 130 to win by knockout. Oliveira, I've seen him get rocked and still just be there, man. He has a heart of a champion. He's dancing around. He's funny too, man. I think Oliveira honestly would be a bigger star if he can actually speak English, because he speaks Portuguese. He's not as big as a big of a star. It's because his English is bad. But man, if he had great English, Charles Oliveira would be the man, and Dana White would be all behind him. He's 5'10". He weighed in 156 today, 74-inch reach advantage. 76, 275. So he has a 1-inch reach advantage. Arman's a mixed martial artist, 21-3, 156, 5'7". He's a minus 225 favorite. So Charles Oliveira is actually the underdog. That's amazing to me that the former champ is the underdog, who ran this division for years. Sarukia, I think they said is his name. I'm still gonna call him Arman. I can't. Some of these UFC fighters, I feel bad for the announcers and people, because me doing these watch-alongs and seeing people's name, man. Woo. Charles Oliveira, 34-9, 1-0 contest. 5'10", 156 pounds, from Sao Paulo, Brazil. A jiu-jitsu fighter, obviously. Most Brazilians are. Plus 185 underdog. I should have placed a bet on him then. Hopefully, I like Charles, man. If he could learn English, I'm telling you, he'll be a bigger star. Mark Smith, the referee. You get a ring card, girl, showing round one. Here we go. Round one, brought to you by Timex watches. Arman starting with kicks. Oliveira kicked him in the knee, that the same kind of kick John Jones does, that oblique kick, which a lot of people think should be illegal, but it's not. And if it's not illegal, go and do it, man. But you can pop somebody's knee right out of socket with that oblique kick, man. Charles takes him down with that leg kick right as I was talking about the kick. Now he's laying down in the front face slap. And we know his submission. And all he's got, he will jump He's got Arman like this, and he's laying like that. All he's got to do is jump, and it's a guillotine. Jump forward. Like this man, his submissions is ridiculous, and his flexibility is ridiculous. And he's only 5'10", so he's not that long, so he can just get all these kind of weird angles on you so fast. Charles Oliveira's boom. As soon as I said it, he just locked in a guillotine. He locked it in. He's got the body lock. He's got this guillotine. Arman's going to tap. He's going to sleep. He's going to sleep. You can see it in his face. He's red. He's trying to fight wrist control, but man, this is tight. This is tight. We're only a minute into this fight. Charles Oliveira has. Oh, wow! What a shot! Arman slipped out. He was like a second away from going to sleep. That was a tight ass guillotine, and it was early. There's no sweat. They're dry. When you get a hold of somebody, choking them early in the fight, that's the best time to submit, because once you try it in the later rounds, people are sweaty, they're slippery, it's hard to lock in something. So to be 1 minute, and now Charles finds his way back on time. He's in full mount now. If he could just posture up, but he's not trying to. He's laying down, and he's trying to put his legs under Arman's legs so he can go for another choke, and then he'll jump to the side and get a Darce choke or some kind of other choke. And a Darce choke looks like pretty much like any kind of vice. Like when you see CM Punk, that's what the Darce choke looks like. Arman's giving up his back. You don't do that against Charles Oliveira. Okay, so he flattened back out. Charles tries to take him out with a mean elbow to the jaw. He's headbutting him. The referee warns him, you cannot headbutt. Whoa, Arman reversed it. Charles is on the bottom, but you're never safe. With a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu on the bottom, you're never safe. He locks his legs around Arman's waist. He's got it too low to turn it into a triangle, but I was like, you could slip a triangle in at any time, but it's too low. He has to slide down more and then get his thighs above Arman's ribs, and then he could slip a triangle in. Oliveira going for the butterfly. He's trying to go for the butterfly guard so he can kick Arman off. But he's going for elbows from the bottom, which is legal because they're not 12-6. You can elbow from the bottom as long as you elbow at an angle. 12-6 straight down, that is illegal in the UFC, but not elbows from the bottom. Arman's trying to ground and pound from the top, but Oliveira's got his Arman's left arm trapped. Oliveira's smiling at him. He's just laughing at him. You're in danger. You could be on top, but with Charles Oliveira, you're in danger at all times. Arman's trying to do a hip escape, but Charles won't let him go. I think he is trying to set up that triangle I was talking about. He's got his arms held tight. He let him go to throw some elbows. Now that it's hugging, I think Charles wants them to stand up, so he's just hugging them. Oh, a nice kick from the bottom, and now he can turn this into a triangle. But right, timeout by Smith. I think something happened. Maybe that kick was illegal. They're standing him up. That kick shouldn't have been illegal. Oh, his hand was down, and he was on one knee. That kick might have been illegal. They're asking him if he can continue. If he says no, then Charles Oliveira will get disqualified. Let me hear what Joe Rogan is saying. He said if it went straight to the face, he might have went down, but he kicked him kind of on the shoulder first, and then it slipped from the shoulder to the jaw. But that was a legal kick. Illegal kick. Because Arman's was down on one knee. That's why it was an illegal kick. They're checking. They're making him follow the doctor's finger. It looks like he's okay. He's not going to take the Punk way out. This looks more like a language barrier than he's hurt. I think he's telling the doctor, I'm okay. He's saying it's fine. He's asking him how many fingers he's holding. Let him fight, man. He's fine. Jeez. Give Charles a warning, and that's it. Now they're going to put him right back in the same position. Charles with a stern, the ref, Mike with a stern warning that you can't do that. He puts Arman right back on top of Charles, and they're in the same position. Now that might work against Arman because you just gave Charles Oliveira some rest. They're struggling. He's trying to control his arm. Man, he could break his arm right there and put him in a Kimura real fast from the bottom. Going with a high guard. Let me turn this down before I get in trouble. Oliveira's blocking with his elbow. Arbin is hitting him with elbows from the top, but good defense by Charles Oliveira. Nothing too much happening bad right here. Charles is just holding on to him. He's holding limbs. He's got the body triangle, and then he's trying to go into a butterfly defense to kick him off. He's pushing him off. He's going to reverse it. They're both up. They work their way up. Nice. Nice for Charles to get from underneath. They're both standing up, fighting for underhooks against the corner here. Nice elbow. Charles elbowed his way out. The end of the round there. I don't know if they're gonna. Mike gave him a warning. The referee, Mike Smith, gave Charles a warning, so I don't think there's a point deduction. So he takedown. He controlled. Charles might have squeaked the round out 10-9, but if it might be a 10-10 round, I'm not sure how they were gonna score this. They might look at the kick bad. Yeah, Ryan's saying that he thinks Armin probably got that round that kick cost Charles a point. That's exactly what I'm saying. I don't think the kick cost him a point because the ref didn't stop it and say 1 point, 1 point. He just gave him a stern warning. So I think he's fine. Wow, this is new technology, these replays. I like the 360 replays, like a video game that they just did. They showed how tight that guillotine was. That was a tight-ass guillotine. I know I would have tapped. Here we go with round 2. That was tight. They keep showing the replay. That was tight. I don't know how the hell Armin survived that. Mike Smith, the referee, giving Charles another warning. They give each other 5. They hug in the middle of the round, and now they're back out. Armin starts with a leg kick, a nice body kick. Charles trying to measure. He hits him with a front kick to the body. Just measuring. Nice jab by Charles Oliveira. And Armin just ate that punch. Like, I don't know how he ate that. Now Armin's charging forward with a nice knee. As we look at live Twitter, they say very close round. I go 10-9 Oliveira. Scott Fantana saying 10-9 Oliveira. We've seen Nick Baldwin saying 10-9. A lot of 10-9s for Oliveira, but nice. That these are just spectators. I mean, they're UFC fighters, but you know that your vote don't matter. Sorry to say, it's the judges on the corner there. It's those 3 people on the table that count. So we don't know how they scored it. They could have penalized him for that illegal kick, even though the ref did in the judge's head. They could punish them by either tying the round or giving the round up. And now, nice takedown by Armin, but Charles gets right back up. Nice job getting up by Charles. So that takedown, he took him down, but he had no time of possession. He didn't do anything with it. Charles got right back up. And now Armin with his leg behind Charles' leg. But Oliveira has a guillotine if he has his arm around his neck. So if he takes him down the wrong way, he reverse it into a guillotine. Yeah, Joe Rogan just said it right as I said it. He's got a nasty guillotine if he does it right. But he's trying to control Armin's knees. Armin took him down. Nice takedown. But Oliveira could turn this right into a Kimura. He gave his arm up. When Armin took him down, he gave his arm up, and you could turn this right into a Kimura. It was a good takedown. DC giving Armin a lot of credit for that takedown. Charles is on the bottom now. Now you're losing this round because you got taken down twice. And again, I just want to take this time to thank everybody who's watching. I got quite a few people watching. So thank you again, and please subscribe if you aren't subscribed to the Rage of Wrestling YouTube channel, part of the Jeff Meacham Network, as we do all the watch-alongs. And as Noah would say, all the wrestling, all the wrestling, all the wrestling, and for me, and mixed martial arts. Oliveira is still on the bottom, but not much is happening. They're wrestling. This is a good ref, though, because another more inexperienced ref would have stood them up by now because it's really not much happening. Oliveira, and right as I said, that Oliveira starts elbowing from the bottom right in the head, which again is legal because they're not 12-6. They're not up and down. Wow, he got a nice triangle. Oh, punches from the bottom made Arman lay down. Like he punched him and then he made him lay down because he was trying to posture up to get a full mount, and the punch laid him right back down. So Arman is now laying right back down. Good wrist control. Oliveira's just blocking at this point, though, but not much is happening. They're just fighting for position right now, which sometimes happens in the UFC when the people are on the ground. Not much happens. But it's part of the MMA. People who watch it, you got to like this stuff. A lot of people think that that's boring, but that's part of it. It's a lot of mat control. And Oliveira could turn this right into a triangle. I can see what he's doing with his legs. He's trying to creep him up on up on the ribs of Arman. They're folded tight, though. Oliveira's legs are like two. The way Arman's got it while he's on top, it's like he won't let him do anything. And Charles is cut. One of those elbows from the top cut Charles. But it's above his eye, so he is fine. The blood won't get into his eye. Actually, it's the side of his head, so he's fine. Oh, another elbow by Arman. Oh, Arman is elbowing the hell out of Charles now. Oh, one of those could have caught. Oh, that cut is bothering him. You could tell Charles put his own hand on that cut. It bothered him. 20 seconds left in round number 2. Arman's definitely winning this round. So potentially we just tied it up. 14 seconds left. 12, 10. Oliveira's just holding him right now. Triangle. Nope, too late. 2, 1, and yeah, Oliveira definitely lost that round, but he's got a big gash on the side of his head now from one of those elbows. My God. Arman connected with about 4 or 5 elbows in a row that definitely cut Charles. And Charles' hair is blonde, so like the Ric Flair effect, it just looks bad. It might not be as bad as it is. It's just the blonde hair. It absorbs the blood and looks crazy. He's also bleeding on the side of the ear and on the eyebrow. The doctor's checking, says it's fine, though. Oliveira caught Arman with a good right hand right at the beginning, but once he got taken down, those elbows, and then Arman did an axe kick. Like if you play Street Fighter 2, remember the axe kick with Ken and Ryu? They do that axe kick, which I used to do in the bonus round with the car. That was the most effective thing to break the car for all the gamers of Street Fighter. That's how you break the car, with the axe kick. Yeah, Oliveira's, it's his eyebrow is bleeding into his ear. So it's not his head that's cut. It's just the way the blood flowed. It is his eyebrow. His left eyebrow. Here we go. Third and final round. They hug. They meet in the middle on the monster logo. Head kick by Arman. Oliveira moves right out of the way. Oliveira's trying to... This is tied, so it's all about this round right here, because in my opinion, it's definitely tied. Wow, Oliveira came with a flying knee. Arman took it, punched him, but it was blocked by Charles Oliveira. Oliveira's blocking. Nice front kick, but he missed. Nice charging 1-2 punch by Charles. Charles is stalking Arman, so this is that influences judges when you're the one stalking and doing the octagon and chasing. Nice right cross. Arman ate that. Ooh, that was a good hit by Oliveira, and Arman just took it like a champ. Trying to take him down again. He's going for the tackle, but Oliveira's up against the cage. So Oliveira's back is against the cage right now. Arman's pressuring him, trying to take him down, trying to change levels. Oliveira just stomped on his foot, trying to go for the underhook so that he could reverse this, and he did it. He reversed it, but then now they separate and back in the middle of the octagon. Crowd getting loud for this. Both in the middle. Nothing's happening right now. Good uppercut by Oliveira. They're boxing right now. Takedown by Arman, but good defense by Oliveira. Good job. You know, Armin's vulnerable for a spinning back elbow. If Charles can do it right, he can spin and just elbow, because Armin, when he takes down, he has the tendency of putting his head down to the left and then go like this to take him down. If Charles Oliveira can time it, he can catch him with one of these spinning elbows and knock him right out. But he doesn't telegraph his takedowns. But if he telegraphs one of those and shows it, the way he leans his head, he would lean himself and leave it very vulnerable for one of those elbows. One of those crazy spinning elbows that Oliveira likes to do. Head kick missed. Armin trying to take him down, but right into a guillotine. Oh, nice tight guillotine by Oliveira. His takedown. You might have gotten the takedown, but you left yourself right into a submission. But now he's got his knee on Oliveira's right arm so he can pop his head out. He's trying to alleviate the pressure of one arm. He's still on top, but he's not out of it just yet. Oliveira has the guillotine. It's just not tight. But there's only 2 minutes left. Oliveira, you need to get up. You're not going to get this guillotine. Armin is not in the right position. He's on side control. You really can't do a side guillotine. He's doing nice elbows to Oliveira. He let go. I think he's going for a Kimura. Armin, Charles is in a bad way because Armin's laying on the side across and he can get him in a crucifix position. He's trying, that's exactly what he's setting up. He's putting his arms or his knee on his arm to get him into the crucifix, but now he jumped on his back. Look at this. Armin is on Charles Oliveira's back. Charles Oliveira is like in a fetal position right now. Armin's trying to climb his back, trying to put his the hooks in, but yeah, it's too tight. Oliveira's too close together. It's going to be hard to put your hooks in that way. Now Armin's back is against the cage and Oliveira's sitting, but this looks bad to the judges. Oliveira needs to get up. You were doing fine in this round. It's up to this round. You need to get up. He's trying to work his way up and block. He's protecting his eye. He keeps going like this to kind of block his eye. Oliveira ended up on top now in a good guillotine or a standing front lock. There it is, but Armin's in a good position to avoid it now. Armin's got a hold of his leg, or Oliveira's got a hold of his neck. He's trying to turn it into a vice choke, a front choke. He's crossing his arms. You can choke like this from the front. Oliveira's got it tight. 20 seconds left. Oh, he might put him to sleep. There's literally 12 seconds left. 9, 8. Armin's showing that he's not out, but he's got this choke. It's over. 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, man. Armin might have just went to sleep. Oh, the timer went off. He was about to go out, but he popped up and waved his hands like he won. I don't know. He did win a majority of that round, but at the end there, Oliveira had that crazy choke. This is a close fight. I can't argue against either one of them winning. I think Armin might have slighted it out because of the dominance of being on top and the 2 takedowns that he has, or 3 takedowns. I don't know. I'll give it to either one of them, Ryan. I don't know. I really don't know. This is close. Armin might have tweaked it out because of the takedowns, but then again, because he didn't control too long and Charles was getting submissions from the bottom, they might have. It depends on what kind of judge it is. They're showing the tight. Man, this is a close-ass fight. I might even say a draw might happen, to be honest. Draws suck, and they're not that. They're kind of rare in UFC, but I wouldn't put it past a draw right now. But then again, Oliveira's cut, and he looks the worst out of the 2. So they might give it to Armin just for that. But Armin was out. Look, he was almost sleeping. They showed the replay. He's lucky there was only 5 seconds left when he had this choke on, because he could have put him to sleep easy. Let's go to Bruce Buffer and find out. I'll be happy either way, man. I'm going for my man Charles, but he might have lost. Immersed in a 2-day fan experience is back on June 28th and 9th. June 28th, which is my birthday, but I'll be in California. Oh, wait, that fan access to UFC is in Cali. No, it's in Vegas. Not too far. I might be able to go. Ryan giving his opinion saying give it to Charles. I don't know. Whew. The winner gets Islam Makhachev, or however you say his name. And Ramadan's over, so Islam doesn't have to fast anymore. So he's at a full strength. Here we go. Official decision. Let's see. I think it might be a split decision. One judge will have it tied, and then let's see. 29-28 Oliveira. Yep, it's going to be a split. 29-28 Arman. 29-28 for your winner by split decision. Arman. I told you. I knew it was a split decision. That was too tight. Winner by split decision. That was close. Sarugian, I think is how you say his name. I know the T is silent. Yeah, Sarugian. They just said his name again. That was tight. I can't wait to hear the interview. That was close, man. He's on a four-fight win streak now. The crowd is booing. They think Charles won. I'm going to turn it up so y'all can hear it, but the crowd is booing it. They won't even let him talk. He's getting Dominic Mysterio heat. But he's saying give it up for Charles Oliveira because it was a good fight. It was tough for me. It was an honor to fight him. And I want to say thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. He said he didn't even understand who won, so he's even admitting how close it was.
Okay, doesn't matter. I won on that.
Oh, no, he's saying it doesn't matter how close it was. I won. I don't understand why it was close is what he's saying. He said I won. And then Joe Rogan's explaining it's because of the near finish of the third round and the near finish submission of the first round. He said, I don't care. I won. He said, no. He said, well, so are you upset about the split? And he said, yeah, I thought it was going to be a unanimous decision. I'm surprised that it's a split decision. How would you be surprised? It was super close. You lost the first round, most definitely. And you can argue against that third round. Fighters just don't want to admit when they lost or when something's close. Oh, he said, Arman, your UFC debut, you fought Islam. Now you get a rematch. How do you think what's going to be different this time? He's saying that was 5 years ago. It was the toughest fight, but I'm a different person. I just knew my opportunity, and that's it. Arman Sarukian. So that's how you say it. Yep, the T is silent. Winner by decision. $100 wins $330 if you pick Arman Sarukian because he was a minus 30. So there you go. $100 wins you $330. That was close. That was super close. They showing Miles Teller, Hollywood superstar. I have no idea who that is, to be honest. Jared and Shannon Leto. Joker. Michael Chandler. That's who Charles Oliveira knocked out, too. I forgot about that one. Michael Chandler. The UFC Bantamweight champion, Sean O'Malley. Who's the Seth Rollins of the UFC. You guys got to see how this man dresses, man. He's definitely the Seth Rollins of the UFC. Here we go. The bad motherfucker belt now. Justin Gaethje, 25-4, 8th most performance awards in UFC history. I got this right in order of the fights, man. I was just guessing. There we go. Max Holloway, 25-7. Most significant strikes in the UFC 445 versus Cancer. Yeah, damn, he threw 445 strikes in a fight. That is ridiculous. Here we go, BMF belt. I was looking forward to this, man. That's what we're looking at. Max Holloway and Justin Gaethje. And we go to some kind of Manscaped commercial. The summer's coming. They're telling you to have yourself trimmed. Oh, this is a hilarious commercial. I guess these mini people represent the hair. That's hilarious, actually. Come on, man. I pay a lot for pay-per-view. Don't give me commercials during pay-per-views. It's not a free app like the WWE where Peacock can show commercials because the app is only $9.99. You're not paying for the PLE. All right, we're getting John is announcing the UFC Hall of Fame class.
California. And you know what? We're not going to bury the lead. I hate to break it to some of you. The bad guy's going to the Hall of Fame.
The bad guy's going to the Hall of Fame. Chael Sonnen? Or which one? Oh, Anderson Silva. Why would they call him the bad guy? That's Chael Sonnen's nickname. But there it is. I got to stand up for the. Let's see. Hold on. Is it Chael Sonnen or is it Anderson Silva? Why are you showing Silva? There we go. Chael Sonnen. Okay, so Chael Sonnen is in the UFC Hall of Fame now. I was going to say, as soon as they said the bad guy, I was like, that's got to be Chael Sonnen. And that fight is in the Hall of Fame. UFC 117, Silva versus Sonnen. Sonnen beat the hell out of Anderson Silva. Dominated for 28 and a half minutes. And that last minute and a half, boom, triangle. He taps out. And then he tries to say he thought that the tap out ends the round, not the fight. But nobody can shit talk like Chael Sonnen, man. Chael Sonnen is like, WWE would love to have Chael Sonnen, man. An excellent wrestler. That's the way he talks. And he's a promo in and of himself. He can sell his fights, man. And people are talking about him now. They just show Jorge Masvidal. They're showing the parts where he dominated Silva now. Okay, Chael Sonnen, I may not like him personally, like for the things he said against Silva, but I like him as a fighter. I respect him, and he does deserve to be in the Hall of Fame. He dominated Silva, man. He dominated, I'm telling you, for like 28 and a half minutes. They're showing everybody's reactions. Little Nagi giving his opinion there. Wow, Little Nagi, I haven't seen him in a long time. Little Nog. The little big brother. He's the little of the brother of the Nogueira brothers, but he's big. And there's the triangle. They're showing the triangle. Everybody saying they couldn't believe what they were watching. And they show him when he tapped. That I went crazy. I was frustrated. I was like, I can remember I lived in New Britain and I was just devastated when that fight was happening because I thought Silva was going to lose and he pulled it out of nowhere. Dana White thought at the time that was the greatest fight ever. And Anderson Silva said that's the best moment inside UFC. He even admits it. He said Chael Sonnen is a great opponent. The way they're showing this is almost like the fight is what's going in the Hall of Fame, not Chael.
Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in congratulating the newly minted UFC Hall of Famer, Chael.
There it is, Chael, the bad guy, Sonnen. And he says one more for the bad guy. You're lucky Scott Hall isn't alive to say why you're still in his gimmick. But there he is, UFC Hall of Fame inductee for the fight wing Silva versus Sonnen. It is the fight. It's the fight that's going in the UFC. Silva versus Sonnen, UFC 117, 2024 UFC Hall of Fame inductee fight wing. So it's the fight that's going to the Hall of Fame, not him himself. Well, he's in the Hall of Fame too. Okay.
I'll never forget that.
DC saying he never forgets what when he won, and he said, Anderson Silva, you absolutely suck, and he walked out. I'm telling you, he gave WWE promos in the UFC. So Chael Sonnen is he is a WWE fan. Some of his YouTubes, if you watch it, he gave his thoughts on WrestleMania and stuff. So him and DC are both big WWE fans. But I'm waiting. They're procrastinating. I'm waiting for the Gaethje Max Holloway BMF belt, 5 rounds. Max Holloway is a 130 underdog and minus 155 favorite for Justin Gaethje. And I think it's gonna be a good fight, but yeah, the weight difference. No, not Britain, New Britain. It's a city here in Connecticut. I never lived in Britain. I've never been there.
The BMF brings together 2 guys that whenever they fight.
Here we go. They're showing the BMF belt, bad motherfucker. Max Holloway is a bad boy, man. He held that featherweight division down, and now to go up to lightweight, it's only his second time going to lightweight. He lost the first time against Poirier, who, again, I mentioned before, Justin Gaethje beat Poirier to be considered bad motherfucker with that crazy ass head kick, the same head kick Leon Edwards won the middleweight title with. He hit it behind a punch and boom, the same exact kick. And as we get the highlight of Justin Gaethje out, again, I want to thank those who are watching. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. As we do these UFC watch-alongs, I do it all for most of the major pay-per-views. I'm not going to do it for the May 4th one, just because we got so much going on the Jeff Meacham Network that I might not be able to pull that one off. But yeah, they're showing Jorge Masvidal giving the BMF belt to Justin Gaethje, and now Max Holloway, the Hawaiian native. I don't know, man. Hopefully Max can put on a fight, but the weight difference. He is big for a featherweight, 145. So I mean, he's 5'10", 5'11". So I mean, 155 is probably his natural walking around weight. So it'll be easy for him, but he doesn't have the strength advantage that he usually has when he's 145. He doesn't have the speed that he usually has. So we'll see how he does as a lightweight here to get to the BMF belt. But he's got a tall task ahead of him because Gaethje can take a punch to give a punch. If you follow Gaethje, he does some crazy punches. Like he was taking Dustin's kicks and everything just to get inside and threw his own head kick. So Gaethje can take a punch. And Max Holloway he's diesel. He's in good shape, but he just it doesn't look natural for him to be 155. It looked like he had to put on too much muscle. He looks slimmer and better at 145, and the way he moves is just totally different. But Max Holloway, he throws punches. Like, again, they said 442 punches in one fight. That's crazy. You got to have crazy cardio to throw 442 strikes. There we go. Baddest headline for. I'm glad that they started defending this belt. Because at first I thought it was a one-time thing between Nate Diaz and Jorge Masvidal, and they weren't going to defend it. But they actually almost like it's its own title for real. It's not just a gimmick. Let me turn this down. Yeah, UFC is not getting, or YouTube is not getting me for the music in the background. Everybody got their it's dark. Everybody's got their cell phone out. Like Bray Wyatt's coming out. That's kind of like what this entrance is. I think this is Max Holloway's, or at least it should be, because Justin Gaethje is the champ, so he should come out last. Yep, it is Holloway because I can see the Hawaiian flag. Actually, I take it back. He looks good at 155. In terms of body, he doesn't look from Oahu, Hawaii. One of 5 active Hawaiian UFC fighters. I couldn't tell you the other 4. I don't know who's from Hawaii. I know BJ Penn was from Hawaii, but he's obviously not active. Max Holloway jumping around. He looks in good shape. He looks happy. Yes, I can't wait for this fight to actually start. But if I had to give a prediction, I think Gaethje's going to retain here. But Holloway might surprise you. You never know. It's just the last time he fought at 155. He got his butt pretty much handed to him. Now he's on the fighter pit getting the last minute instructions by the coach and getting the Vaseline on his face, mouthpiece, making sure he's got his cup. I can see the difference in the gloves. They're showing close up of the gloves. I can see how they prevent eye pokes, but you never know. When there's a will, there's a way. That eye pokes and stuff are still going to happen. As long as your fingers are exposed in any way, it's going to happen. And most of them by accident. People do it backing up and they keep their hands straight and they get you in the eye with a nail or something. So most people, I'll say 90, 95, 96% of eye pokes are totally accidental. Some people do it on purpose to be dirty fighters, but that's neither here or there. As they're giving Max Holloway stats, former UFC featherweight champion, most wins in the UFC featherweight division ever. Most finishes in the UFC featherweight division. I didn't even know that one. Max Holloway praying, getting in, running around the octagon. Man, he's full of... This guy's got so much energy when he's fighting. Max Holloway is a cardio machine. He never gets tired. Like I don't think I've ever seen him breathe heavy after a fight. If any of you have watched more fights of his than me, I've never seen him breathing hard, even when he's getting hurt. That guy just goes. He's a cardio machine. Here we go with Gaethje's entrance. Trying to hear what he comes out to. I think his mama says knock you out usually. Nope. I can't really hear it. I lowered it so that the microphone doesn't pick it up for YouTube. Just in case. That belt does. It looks totally different than any other belt. It's a nice belt. Might have to. I'm gonna see how much UFC replica belts are, because that BMF belt looks kind of cool. It's all silver. Like, it's not like gold and silver like the other UFC belts. Gaethje from Safford, Arizona. One of 8 active Arizona-born UFC fighters. The stats UFC gives, like, who cares about how many active Arizona fighters there are? Making his way to the fight pit now. They put Vaseline on his face, checking for his mouthpiece and cup. Here we go, inching closer. This pay-per-view is actually moving along. At the beginning, it took a little while to get the first fight in, but they're moving it. It's good that Oliveira and God, I can't remember how to pronounce his name. I'll just say Aaron, his first name. But it's good that they went to the judges so that because then they would have had to procrastinate even more to get this Gaethje fight going. Like when a previous fight ends too early, they procrastinate, show a bunch of highlights, and they just keep going and going and going to try to waste a little time. Gaethje looks ready, man. BMF champion, former interim UFC light heavyweight champion, second highest strike accuracy, 60% of his punches. Connect 8th highest significant strike rate in UFC history, 7.35 per minute. So he averages about 7 strikes a minute. Man, let him in the octagon already. He has his mouthpiece. He has the cup. There he goes, showing off to the crowd. Nope. I was going to turn it up a tad bit, but the music is still playing. Props to watch. Gaethje to win by knockout, plus 150. Holloway to win by knockout, plus 550. If you bet on Holloway, you bet $100, you're going to win $550. Fight will not go to the distance, plus 300. So odds are that it won't go to distance. I don't think it will either. I think somebody's getting. If Holloway wins, it's because it went the distance. If Gaethje wins, it's a knockout. They're both 5'11", 156 pounds. Justin Gaethje has a 1-inch reach advantage at 70 to 69, and Gaethje's 35. Max Holloway's 32. Max Holloway's still young. I didn't realize how young he was because he's been in so many big fights. The fighting game ages you, man. Bruce Buffer with the announcements now. The judges are Derek Clearly, Sal D'Amato, and Camijo. Referee Mark Goddard. And now, let's go, Bruce. I'm amped up for this BMF belt now. Max Holloway getting introduced first, 25-7, 156 pounds. The challenger out of Hawaii. The crowd is split, man. The crowd is on both their sides. Nobody's getting booed. They're both getting cheered. I love the dap that Bruce Buffer gives the fighters when he introduces them. Gaethje, 25-4, 5'11", 156, fighting out of Denver, Colorado, but he's originally from Arizona. Former UFC interim lightweight champion and current BMF champion. I paused for a second to see if Bruce will actually say bad mother since it's pay-per-view, but he said BMF. Justin to highlight Gaethje. They're getting instructions, told to touch gloves and backing up. And here we go. Here we go. They're going to touch gloves in the center of the octagon here. Max Holloway. He does look small, though. Gaethje just looks more solid. Like you could tell he's a natural 155er. Filling out process, not many throws. Holloway just a couple of jabs to the stomach, a light kick to the stomach, and just filling them out to see how Gaethje reacts. That's what you want to do. You want to fill out with these fake kicks, and then if you see that he drops his arms a lot, you know that later on you can subject him to a nice head kick. That's what these filler rounds are for. Gaethje with a crazy leg kick, man. He threw his power into that. They bouncing around, doing a little boxing, but Gaethje, man, he tried to kill him with that leg kick. Take Holloway's leg out, but he missed. Holloway with a leg kick of his own, but it was light. Gaethje with another heavy leg kick right to the thigh of Max Holloway. Got 3 minutes and 53 seconds left. Holloway trying to keep Gaethje at bay with some jabs, but he's not actually connecting him. He's just kind of throwing him out there to keep Gaethje in check. Another leg kick that actually took Holloway down, but he got right back up. Man, those kicks are brutal by Gaethje. Holloway didn't check it. That's what took him out. And Holloway, it just looks funny. He's got like these Wonder Bread pants. Like they're hilarious. They look exactly like Wonder Bread. I guess they're Hawaii flowers, but they look like the Wonder Bread symbol. Nice left hook, nice left jab, right cross combo by Holloway as he's backing up. Gaethje with a nice cross. Not much is happening. 3 minutes left, or 2 minutes have gone by, I should say. Nice uppercut by Holloway. Gaethje just ate it. Gaethje with a right cross caught Holloway coming in. Now they're starting to swing and open up in the middle of the octagon, but nobody's really gotten hurt. Gaethje took him down with a leg kick, but again, Holloway bounced like right back up. I think it was more just a loss of balance. Gaethje with another head kick. With another leg kick. He's trying to set him up with the leg kick, right cross combo. Gaethje loves that combo. Gets you to react to the leg kick, and then you get taken out up top with a cross. Crowd chanting for both of them now. Max with a cross to the body. The crowd saying Gaethje, Gaethje. Nice uppercut. That's the second time that Holloway has caught Gaethje coming in with that uppercut. A feeling little leg kick. Not really much is happening now with a minute 45 seconds left in the first round. I can't really gauge who's winning because they're both just kind of doing these filling tap outs. Unless the judges just think because of that leg kick that knocked Holloway down, they're going to give it to Gaethje. But this is one of those not much is happening rounds. They're just filling each other out. But Gaethje is attacking the legs of Holloway. So in the later rounds, Holloway won't have as much energy or strength behind his punches because the power comes from your legs. Nice head kick by Gaethje, the same head kick that took out Poirier, but Max Holloway saw it coming and blocked. Another uppercut by Holloway. That same uppercut. He keeps catching Gaethje with these uppercuts, but they're seldom and few in between each uppercut, like 45 seconds to a minute in between each uppercut. So if he can throw that with a good combo, he might catch Gaethje coming in. Nice left jab, right cross combo. 40 seconds left. Starting to open up with the boxing. Gaethje swinging for the fences. He's trying to knock Holloway out. Like I said, when he heard the 300,000 bonus, he wants it. You can tell like how hard he's kicking Holloway and how hard he's swinging. He's trying to knock Holloway the hell out. He get knocked out of the night. Gaethje ran in but slipped. I don't know what that was. I think he was going to try to take him down, and then he slipped. 10 seconds left. Holloway with another leg kick of his own. This round is like hard to gauge. I really don't know who won. Nice spinning heel kick by Max Holloway that made Gaethje go to his corner. That one's hard to judge right there. I'm trying to see what Joe Rogan and them say, but That might be a 10-10 round. Like, no one really had the advantage. They're advertising monster. They didn't really talk about the fight. Oh wow! I didn't notice that spinning heel kick right at the end that Holloway hit broke Gaethje's nose. It was like right. Gaethje was bending down to hit a punch, and he got caught by that leg. Don't blow your nose, Gaethje. Then your eye will blow up. Yeah, I think he might have broke his nose with that kick. Wow. Don't blow your nose. It'll cause your eye to swell. Yeah, his nose is bleeding bad. That was right at the end of the round, too. If I was Holloway, I'd just keep trying to go for that nose. Popping jabs, making it hard for him to breathe, kicking him, and then he's subjected to submissions because he can't breathe out of his nose. Whatever you do, Gaethje, do not blow your nose. That's a mistake a lot of fighters do. They break their nose and they're trying to get that blood out, and they go like this, and you blow it. That actually causes your eye to swell shut. A lot of people saying 10-9 max just because of that last second kick. I don't know. Yeah, Gaethje's nose is really bothering him. You can tell he keeps touching it, and it's bleeding bad. Gaethje might try to knock Holloway out just to get the hell out of here, get the night over with. But if Max Holloway can just keep tagging that nose and irritating it with jabs, then it's going to be a long night for Gaethje. That's exactly what Holloway's doing. He's aiming for that nose with these jabs. Nice kick right under the armpit. I think he was going for the body, but the way Gaethje blocked, he hit him like right under the armpit. Still hurts. Man, Gaethje's nose is bad. They might stop the fight because of the bloody nose. And then you can tell that it's bothering Gaethje. Every time he swings, he'll go like this and try to wipe the blood. I mean, he's good as long as he doesn't blow his nose. Holloway with a jab to the stomach. Holloway's working the body, the head. He's doing some nice fighting now. Gaethje might have got poked in the eye. Yep. I was just talking about these gloves. They're made to not poke you in the eye, and this guy gets poked in the eye. They both were going for crosses, and yeah, Holloway definitely he went to block and had his hands open, and this finger hit Gaethje right in the eye. They show in the replay. You can tell it's true. So we're on official timeout. Gaethje gets up to 5 minutes for an eye poke. Or 5 minutes might be the low blow, but they're checking, asking him how many fingers he sees. He's blinking a lot. That finger definitely went right in his eye. Gaethje is bleeding bad, and they can't. When you're on a timeout because of your eye, you can't go to the corner and get like cleaned up. So that nose is just gushing. 5-round BMF belt on the line. Holloway and Gaethje, UFC 300. Gaethje with a nice front kick. Holloway with the front kick, but he missed. Gaethje didn't take the 5 minutes. He took about 2. Gaethje rushing in, but didn't do anything. Nice leg kick to Holloway. Holloway might be winning this fight now. By the looks of it, if you looked at this fight and didn't know what happened, you would think Holloway's beating the hell out of Gaethje, but it's just a broken nose from one kick, and it's making Gaethje look bad.
You are speaking of these two athletes. Gaethje's cardio is outstanding. You wonder
they're talking about both of their cardios. That is outstanding. Holloway's pushing Gaethje back. He's bringing the fight to Gaethje. So I think I control. Wow, Gaethje with a nice right cross. He's putting everything into these punches now. He's trying to knock Holloway out so he can go home. Go to the hospital and get this nose checked out. You can tell it's bothering Gaethje. Like after he swings, he checks his nose real quick. Nice little short elbow, but he missed. Holloway looks like he just got into the fight. This is the second round, but his face completely clean, no bruises, no nothing. And Gaethje's nose is horrible. I think there might have been something else happen. I think another eye poke. I don't know what's going on. Gaethje's blinking. He's just saying, let's go, let's go, let's go. Yeah, Holloway does. Yeah, Holloway opens his hand a lot, and he's poking Gaethje in the eye. And it's true, like you would think Gaethje's just complaining, but you can see the replays. His thumb, Max Holloway's right thumb went directly in his eye, man. I mean, obviously he's not doing it on purpose, but you got to stop leading with your hands open like that. Punch, close it, close your fist. You can't breathe out of your nose. You're getting hit in the eye. Gaethje's all beat up right now. So far, he's not making that mistake fighters make. I hope he doesn't. I mentioned it about 3-4 times, but you got a broken nose, you blow your nose, that's it. The eye vessels in your eyes are going to swell up and you're going to close. All this is connective tissue, and a lot of people, that's the first instinct is to blow that blood out, and that's the worst thing you can do when you have a bloody nose. Holloway taking it easy. Nice leg kick by Gaethje. He almost took Holloway to the floor. Holloway to the floor. Holloway with his own leg kick now, but it was very, very light. Gaethje just took it. Couple jabs. Max comes in with a nice cross. Jab, cross combo. Gaethje with another leg kick. I can see Gaethje's strategy. He's going to keep aiming at the legs with these kicks so that Holloway drops his hands down and keeps thinking that Gaethje's going to attack low, and then he leaves his face open for a nice cross. Holloway caught Gaethje coming in with a nice jumping hit. Ooh, right at the end of the round again. Max did that twice, stealing at the end of the round, just stealing the round right at the end. Yeah, Max is definitely up 2-0 right now to Gaethje. They're working on his nose. That thing is bad. It looks ugly. Putting those big Q-tips, but that are made for your nose. But man, there's a lot of blood Gaethje's losing there. They're cleaning it up, but his nose is swollen. You can tell it's broken. That was a good kick at the end of the first round by Max. Crowd is booing. They're showing the replays of the eye pokes to the crowd, not to us, but in the arena. Max Holloway getting the kit, get his eye, the cold press on his eyes for the swelling. Advertising DC Good Guy, Bad Guy with Chael, Monday and Thursdays on ESPN Audio and YouTube. Here we go, round 3. DC just said that Holloway still looks fresh. That's what I'm saying. He looks like he just started this bout. Gaethje looks all beat up like he's been through a war. But again, it's just that broken nose. That's how it looks. They're filling each other out still in the middle of the octagon. Nothing much happening. Max Holloway attacking the body with a couple of rush jabs. Front kick by Gaethje to the body. Holloway fakes a knee. Now he hit an oblique kick. Nice kick. He went from an oblique kick to a body kick. All in like 2 quick motions. That's why Holloway has so many freaking swings or strikes in a match, because he did those within like half of a second of each other. It's amazing how fast Max Holloway is. Another nice leg kick by Gaethje. Answered right back by Max with a kick to the stomach, front kick to the stomach. They're trying to block each other's punches open-handed, and that's why Max keeps poking Gaethje in the eye, because it keeps it open. You gotta chill out with that. Gaethje bends down with a right hook and almost caught Max coming in, but I mean he got him, but he didn't hit him with full force. That was a knockout blow, though, if he did hit him. Nice front kick by Gaethje, backing Max up. Max going on the attack. These leg kick, Gaethje's throwing some leg kicks, man. Dustin Poirier just tweeted, man, Max looks crisp tonight. They're showing little tweets on the screen in the upper left corner or bottom left corner. Gaethje with another cross. Max does look crisp. He's got some accuracy right now, man. It's not just Gaethje's nose, but his eye. But those could be from the eye pokes. But he is getting jabbed up. The boxing from Max Holloway is ridiculous. Nice combo by Max. Max is backing Gaethje up. Another spinning heel kick. And then a head kick, but it grazed at the top of Gaethje's head. Wow, Max looks good. Oh, he took Gaethje out. Oh, but Gaethje got right back up. He caught Gaethje with an uppercut again. Gaethje left his feet for a minute, but bounced up. He almost Max almost laid him out. You wouldn't think Max Holloway would knock out Gaethje, but that was close right there. Nice body jab. Another kick to the ribs. Max Holloway running a little bit. Nice kick by Gaethje. Man, Gaethje's nose is horrible. Max Holloway just jabbing him. Exactly what I said. You got to keep attacking that nose. Make it look worse. $40 seconds left. Holloway, the crowd chanting for Max. Yeah, start chanting when it's kind of obvious who's winning. Fickle fans of the UFC, just like WWE. Holloway with a nice uppercut almost took Gaethje out. These uppercuts, Gaethje walks right into him. $15 seconds left. Gaethje with a nice front kick to the body, but Holloway looks fresh. Like Holloway's on his way. This is 3 rounds to nothing right now. 5 seconds left. Gaethje with another front kick or push kick, I should say. Nice head kick, but Holloway ate it. They give each other a fist bump as they go back to the corner. Max Holloway, shockingly, 3 rounds to none. Gaethje looks bad. I mean, when you get your nose broken in the middle of the fight, you're not going to be the same. They're telling him to get on his Gaethje to get on that double jab. They're telling Lisa Corner's honest. They're telling Gaethje you're losing. You are losing this fight. He's definitely losing. 3 rounds to none. He's got to pull something. We've seen miracles before, like Leon Edwards with the 5th round knockout. So anything can happen, but by the looks of it, Max Holloway is kind of cruising to a victory right now. Here we go, round 4. Gaethje with a push kick. He keeps going to that push kick, kind of get Max Holloway to back up because he can't. He's sick of these jabs to his nose. That broken nose is just getting ate up. Nice jab to the body by Holloway, or nice cross, I should say. He went for the jab with the left hand and then crossed with the right arm, and it was a beautiful combination. Holloway's looking good. I wonder who he could defend the BMF belt against. Would he have to fight Poirier again? Since Poirier beat him. All the Twitter, everybody's saying 30-27 for Holloway, using his boxing and laser focus. That's what I'm saying. He's making his nose look bad. These jabs and these kicks. And Holloway's so quick. He doesn't even look like he just went 3 rounds. His cardio is crazy. Nice caught by Gaethje. Gaethje's trying to go for the knockout now. Holloway got off of the fence, though. Smart. Back at the middle. Couple kicks by Holloway. Max with a nice reply with a cross. Gaethje caught him with an uppercut. And then Holloway with an overhand right. And Gaethje got stunned. Overhand right, left uppercut combo. Stunned Gaethje, but he's still going forward. Gaethje doesn't give a damn. You got to turn his lights off. He'll keep coming. Nice left hook by Max. Stunned Gaethje again. Gaethje might get knocked out here, but he just doesn't care. He just keeps going forward. And he throws a head kick of his own, but he missed. Max Holloway just, man, his boxing is ridiculous right now. He's looking good. He might be on his way to a 5-0, just cruising, unless he makes a small mistake and gives Gaethje an opening. But, man, Max is making Gaethje look bad. Max is definitely faster. DC said he's fast. That's kind of obvious here. Gaethje's ducking down, doing some faking to try to get Max to lower his defense so he can swing for his head. He did catch him, but Max just jumped right back out of the corner and then right back in the center. And then a good leg kick almost took Max down. These leg kicks are so heavy. Max can't check those. That's what you needed to keep going back to, those leg kicks. You're trying to go for the one-punch knockout, and that's what's leading Gaethje to his doom. Stop trying to knock him out with one hit. You got to throw combos. Max is too smart for that. And right as I said that, he tried to knock him out, but got caught. There's another leg kick, but checked this time by Max. Right as I said, Joe says the same thing. It's very strong leg kicks by Gaethje. Max keeping him at a distance, though. These jabs, his boxing is ridiculous. These jabs are keeping Gaethje at a safe distance, and then he just throws little combos to keep winning the round. See, Max isn't going for the knockout. He's going for the victory by points. He's smart. Couple more jabs. We're going to get to the end of the round, it seems like. A couple more jabs by Holloway. Got about 45 seconds left. Couple of hits, couple of jabs. Man, Max is dominating. I've never seen somebody dominate Gaethje. Gaethje always tries to. Gaethje doesn't always get dominated like that. He has his own offense. 35 seconds left now. Nice jab to the body by Holloway. I don't know why I keep saying Holiday. It's like the third time I've done that. Nine seconds left. Gaethje's getting dominated, man. He's going to the corner. He looks defeated in his mind already. And when you're defeated in your mind, it's over. They look like they took all the steam. Max Holloway took all the steam out of him. It's that nose. Once he got his nose broken, it was over. It was all downhill after that kick. The corner is saying you got to knock him out. You got to knock him out. And it can be done. Gaethje's got power in both hands. So Max has got to just stay back. Keep the jabs. Keep the jab going. Stay back and outbox him, and you'll be safe. Don't get into these war back and forth with Justin there. Justin, they're showing replays. Justin had a nice front kick, but then he got hurt somehow. Something happened to his ankle. Gaethje did knock Max Holloway down when they were close together. He hit him with the right to the air, with a right to the air, and Max Holloway got knocked down. My feed skipped for a second, so I didn't get to see that. Here we go, 5th and final round, BMF title on the line. Justin Gaethje, Max Holloway, UFC 300. And thank you for everyone that's watching on Twitter and on my Rage of Wrestling YouTube channel, part of the Jeff Meacham Network. Again, I thank you. As we hear, 4 minutes and 35 seconds left. Max can cruise to a victory to me. He doesn't have to do anything risky, but that's not his style. He's going out to get the knock. Wow, he just threw a crazy head kick to Gaethje, and Gaethje ate it, but he almost got knocked out. A jumping cross, but he missed. He went over the top too much over Justin. Gaethje blocking his nose with his left and trying to jab with his right. He's definitely, that nose is bothering him bad. And Max is just going for it. Jab after jab. He's trying to tear his nose apart. Gaethje with a nice spinning heel kick by Holloway. Gaethje came in with a left to the body, right overhand, stunned Holloway a little, and as he backed up, he turned it into a spinning kick and backed Gaethje right back up. That was a nice exchange. Another kick by Max. Nice combo by Max. Another jab to the stomach by Max. 3 minutes and 15 seconds left. Whoever bet on Max Holloway, cash it in. Oh, nice combo. He's going to take Gaethje out. Nice combo. Gaethje's on the ground. Knockout. Let's step in. Holloway with, he is crushing Gaethje. Nice knee to the nose. Man, what a combination by Max. I didn't see that coming. I thought he was going to cruise. Another spinning kick to the body. Gaethje says bring it, but that's just him trying to be a tough man. He's out on his feet. If Holloway hits him with another one of those kicks, it's over. That was a beautiful combination. Gaethje dropped, got up, but I thought the referee might have stopped it. Max got him in the corner and was just letting loose every kind of punch you could think of. Man, wow, Max, there's no slowing down in Max. He doesn't cruise to victories, I guess. But you can't go back and forth with these wars with Gaethje. Gaethje's been in a lot. He still has power and just hit you with one of those cross. Wow, a jumping spinning kick by Max. Nice. 2 minutes left. Gaethje's gonna jump out. Give me 1 second, people. I'm getting a call. Let me tell them I'm doing this so I can get off. Sorry about that. Got a phone call. Max with a nice body kick. Yeah, it's over. 30 seconds left. Well, anything can happen in the UFC. You never know. A nice head kick by Gaethje. Oh, Max Holloway jumped out of the corner with a flying knee. And almost, if that would have hit Gaethje's nose, it would have been over. He would have laid out flat. 10 seconds left, but these two are swinging. They're swinging at each other. Gaethje with a rolling kick. What the hell was that? Max Holloway pointed in the middle, said, let's just swing for the last 5 seconds. And they are going at it. He laid Gaethje face forward. They literally just swung at each other, and Holloway caught him with a cross, and it was over. Literally, the buzzer rang as Gaethje got laid the fuck out. Holy shit. Oh, what a knock. Max said, he pointed in the to the monster can and said, let's fight in the middle for these last 5 seconds. And they just swung, and one of them connected and laid Gaethje flat to the face. $300,000, baby. Max Holloway knockout of the night. $300,000 bonus right there. Max is jumping around. Holy hell. He would have won anyways, but he literally knocked him out with 1 second left. You talk about a buzzer beater. Holy hell. I might turn this up so you guys can hear it in the replay. Holy hell. Listen to this guy. Listen to the reaction. Right to the temple, guy. Right cross to the temple. I mean, to the jaw. Gaethje fell face forward on the ground. And you know, when you fall face forward, it is over. Holy hell. Oh, my God. Justin Gaethje got laid the F out. There's no question now. Oh, my God. Max Holloway, what a knockout. And if you was betting that he won by decision, you just lost with 1 second left. Oh, rip that ticket because Max won by knockout technically. Literally, let me see when the knockout happened. 3, 2, I'm looking at the clock. 2, they hit to the jaw happened with 2 seconds left. And then the 1, it literally was at the buzzer. Holy hell. Joe Rogan's reaction is ridiculous. Oh, my God. I just got loud, guys. It's 12 midnight on the East Coast. My wife's sleeping at that jump. Holy hell. If James was watching, he can clip this for open mic night. But wow. Holy hell. Joe Rogan said, how can you deny him? He laid. Justin Gaethje just got helped back onto a stool. He don't know what happened. His face was buried face first on a monster can. The symbol on the canvas. Shit, Dana White is giving Max Holloway $300,000. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Holy hell. Instead of cruising, he pointed at the monster can and said, let's just go for it. 5 seconds left. They just both were swinging at each other. Max just caught one right in the jaw. Max caught Justin right in the jaw, just laid him face forward. Ridiculous. Holy hell. My God. I said anything can happen, but literally a knockout with 1 second left. I don't think I've ever seen that. Holy hell. I want to see if they say by knockout.
Round number 5. Declaring the winner by knockout.
Definitely. Oh my God. And new BMF. Holy hell. Who can Max defend that against? Leave a comment, guys. Who do you think Max Holloway is going to defend it against? I think he's got to go to the rematch with Dustin Poirier. Because the last time he fought at 155, he fought Dustin and lost. Wait, Max, what is Max doing? He took the belt off. He took the BMF. Oh, he's giving it to his wife. Okay. Max just said, give it up for Justin Gaethje, the real BMF. Humble in victory, humble in defeat. I like Max, man. They just put the stat right there. Winner by knockout, 5th round, 4 minutes and 59. That's literally 1 second left for the 5th minute. Joe Rogan said, you stood there with 10 seconds, pointing exactly what I was saying, pointing at the sign, called and said, let's just swing. That's one of the best performances I've seen in my life. Max Holloway just said, I am him. There's El Matador at 145 I want to go after. I want to fight in Hawaii, wherever. El Matador, the Spanish champion. The Mexican 145 champ. A lot of people thought he was going to be outgunned, and he holy hell, I'm lost for words. Like the way he knocked out Dustin Gaethje, man, holy shit. He said, thank you for Dana for putting this BMF title out there and putting everything on the line. I'm thanking you. He definitely won $300,000, people. Holy shit. Yeah, Max Holloway just said I won 600,000. That's what I want. Knockout and fight of the night. Give me 300,000 twice. And Joe said I need to come back. Joe said you can come back tonight. Anything you want. Max Holloway, he probably is going to get 600,000. The fight of the night and the knockout of the night. Unless these two main events outshine this fight. Max Holloway with his wife holding the BMF belt. Wow, guys, this is the way they literally were doing this at the end of the fight. And then Max just got one through, man. Laid Gaethje face first. Wow. Right on the jaw, like right on the orbital bone. Like right here. I thought it was the jaw, but he hit him right here in the orbital bone. Orbital bone. That's easy for me to say. Orbital. See, I can't do it, people. You can make fun of me now. Orbital. There it is. I had to think about it and slow down. His orbital bone. Joe Rogan is still talking about how he turned the lights out. And I said that. I said it earlier. I said, you got to turn Justin Gaethje's lights out in order to lay him out. And he did. He literally did it. No one's home. The electric bill wasn't played. It was cut off. Max Holloway cut the lights off. Wow. I don't think I've ever seen that. 4 minutes and 59 seconds. Like, right, it was just, the buzzer went off. They don't have bells. It's more like a buzzer, and it's just, oh, my God. Wow. Woo! I tell you what, these girls are going to have something to live up to now because it should be the co-main event now. Weili Zhang and her fight. Holy I'm sorry, y'all. I'm flabbergasted. That was a crazy fight as they show Israel Adesanya in the crowd. Yep, co-main event now. Wow. 2 women representing China. Zhang Weili and Yang. I'm not even going to try that. Zhao Nan. So, Weili and Yang. They're showing Zhang Weili back, the first Chinese fighter to win a title. So, either way, a Chinese person has the title right now. 8 wins by knockout, 18-3. 1 no contest for Yan. I don't think, hopefully, the girls can live up to that. Because after that Gaethje fight, man, wow.
Continues to impress. Who will earn their place? We find out next.
Just trying to remove myself for a second so you guys. That's the next fight right there. And as they're doing advertisement and they're showing the background. So as they do that, I'll run a quick commercial as to how you can follow all of us on the Jeff Meacham Network here. Follow all of us, Big Brother G, Josh Mansfield, JJ, Noah, and everybody. So I'll run a quick commercial as they setting up the co-main event. I'll be right back in less than a minute.
And now, preview time. So let's take a look at what's coming your way.
And that is it. I am back. We are back. I need to recover, man. Wow, what hell of a fight. Max Holloway just gained all kinds of respect, and they're showing a little trailer. I guess Jose Aldo is going into the Hall of Fame because they're showing all his highlights. Oh, no, he's fighting Jonathan. Oh, Jose Aldo's back. I didn't even know this. The UFC returns to Rio. They're going to Rio. UFC 301 is going to be in Rio. Joseph versus Jose Aldo. Wow. Aldra Pantoja versus Steve Aukrieg. Jonathan Martinez versus Jose Aldo. Anthony Smith versus Vitor Petrino. Michael Pereira versus Ihor Pereira. And Paul Craig versus Chao Barallo is the UFC 301, which is going to be in Rio. Man, Jose Aldo is a superstar in Rio, guys. He's Michael Jackson over in Rio. That's going to be crazy. That's Saturday, May 4th. But holy hell. Yeah, I'm still recovering from the Max fight. That's crazy. So UFC it's gonna do a fight on May 4th. That's the same day, I believe. I said Berlin, but it's the backlash from France. That's WWE May 4th. So we're gonna do a watch along for that on the Jeff Beecham Network, which is why I'm not doing a watch along for the UFC 301 since there's already a watch along for WWE. Here we go. Zhang Weili versus Yan. I got to turn this down, of course, because of the music. Or actually, I'll just mute and leave it at the same value. Given a highlight package. In 2018, I had 17 fights winning streak, and I won a UFC title. This is Zhang Weili talking in Chinese or Mandarin, I should say. Chinese is not a language. It's Mandarin. They either speak Mandarin or Cantonese. Everyone would tell me you're just a little fish in a small pond. The UFC is like an ocean. You'll be doomed if you go there. But I didn't believe them. I knew I could do it. I'm saying the small sentences and the Cantonese, it just sounds like she's saying so much and that it translates to something totally different. After I won the belt, everyone saw that they too can do it if they worked hard. They showing highlights of Zhang Weili and Joanna Jędrzejczyk. That was just, like I said earlier in the Bronca, that fight was ridiculous. And her alien forehead, that fight would never be forgotten. I would have been very happy just to make it here. That was my ultimate goal. But now there's a much better goal. This is Yan talking now. Speaking the same language, Cantonese. Showing her highlight package. I never actually watched her fights. The dream and ultimate goal is definitely to win the championship. Be the second Chinese fighter to win this title. They're showing when she knocked out Andrade. Jessica Andrade, who's a former bantamweight champion herself. Now I'm fighting against Zhang Wei Li for the UFC title. This is the biggest moment in history of Chinese MMA. If these two women could put a fight that'll to equal Max Holloway's and Justin Gaethje's fight, UFC might be forced to go to China with them with whoever wins this as a highlight as the main event. I know Dana's interested in testing the market, so it'd be nice to go to China, but I definitely want to see him go to Puerto Rico. That's a big market he needs to open up into. Too bad there's no Puerto Rican champs. There's some Mexican champions. That's another place he needs to go is Mexico. Whaley saying if she thinks she can beat me with only striking, then I think she's making a big mistake. And Yan saying I'm taller, longer, and I'm going to take advantage of that. Either way, China wins. How will I defeat her? I'm going to surround her like water. I'm going to win that belt. Bruce Lee always said that, be like water, but he meant be still. As we get their entrances, I can't get over that Max Holloway knockout. Wow. Or Max Holloway knocking Justin Gaethje out. The way he did that was crazy with the buzzer beater. That's going to be the highlight of 2024 for a while, and we are only in April. We are only in the 4th month of the year, and that's already a candidate for fight of the year, or knockout of the year, I should say. And we getting Jan, I should say, Jan's entrance. Again, I'd like to take the time to thank you for watching. I'm going against Open Mic Night at this point, unless they're still doing their watch along of the Supercard there. But I'd like to thank everyone who are watching on Twitter and the Rage of Wrestling YouTube. Thanks for watching along, and thanks for please, if you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe so we can increase the channel and get more footage on here and get more videos, I should say. The crowd, I'm trying to hear the crowd's response here. I don't think they really know who she is. To be honest, Jan is getting like a neutral reaction. It's not really Now there he is. She's jumping into the Chinese crowd there. Or that must be her parents right there. Yeah, they said parental support, but let me go on mute because they are still playing her music. She's made it to the fighter's pit there, took her sneakers off, giving a hug to her corners and trainer. There we go, Vaseline. Checking her mouth guard, checking to make sure her hands are wrapped and her gloves are on. And she's busy hugging everybody. The ref's trying to pull her to check on her. Uriah Faber's in her corner. I didn't know Uriah Faber. She must fight out of the same gym as Uriah Faber. I still got it on mute. They just have her walking around right now. But I know the music's going to change for Zhang Weili's entrance. She's drinking water. Jan's drinking water. Here's Zhang Weili's entrance now. The lights go dim. Oh, the crowd is, whoo, they're favoring the champ. They're cheering. She's definitely going to be the favorite. I want to see how much of a what's the over under on her. They haven't showed it yet. There's a shot of the champ, the belt from Hebei, China, first Chinese champion, like we said. Twitter at MMA Wiley, Instagram at Zhang Wiley MMA. I'm trying to see when it's safe to unmute because nope, mute. 2 seconds of music. YouTube shouldn't come after me. This is crazy. I'm still hyped over that knockout. That was crazy. Zhang Weili finally reaches the fighter's pit. If anyone knows what that actually is called, the where they step at and get their mouthpiece checked and everything before they get in the octagon, I just think of Piper's Pit, and that's why I started calling it the fighter's pit. And it's showing she's got her mouthpiece in, checking her gloves. She swigs the water. There's the Vaseline on her face. Last minute coach instructions. I guess it might be called the coach's corner. That might be what it's actually called. UFC strawweight champion. I said bantamweight is strawweight. That's the 115-pound title. Second most title fight wins in UFC strawweight history. Here's the betting odds. Zhang to win by TKO is plus 140. Zhang to win by submission plus 400. Zhang to win inside the distance minus 125. So most people think that or Vegas thinks it's going to go the distance. Let's see if the music is off so I could. Nope. Justin Gaethje, Max Holloway is definitely the fight of the night. So $300,000 is coming their way, or at least Max Holloway's way. Trying to see if they turn this music off. And they got the lights and doing show and tell of the tape, but there we go. Zhang Weili is 34, 5'4", 115 pounds, 63-inch. There's no reach advantage. They're both 63-inch. Jan is 34, 5'5", 115 pounds. So she said in the thing that I have a longer reach, but they got the exact same reach, 63 inches. As we go to Bruce Buffer for the introductions. 5 rounds for the UFC strawweight championship. The co-main event, people. Undisputed UFC strawweight championship. I miss Rosa Namajunas being that. Rose Namajunas won that title off of Zhang Weili with a head kick KO in the second round. It was ridiculous. Here's the champion, 18-3. The challenger, 18-3, 1 no contest. From Beijing, China, 5'5", 115 pounds. I should have listened to see how they pronounce her name, but now out of the right corner, the defending champion, 24-3, 5'4", 115 pounds. Also out of Beijing, China, minus 520 favorite odds. Second biggest favorite odds on the card. I think the Bo Nichols was must have been the other biggest, because those odds were ridiculous. Zhang Weili. All right, introductions over. Let's meet in the center of the octagon here. Let's touch gloves. They do it twice. Come out of the corners and fight. Here we go. Co-main event. But after that knockout, they got a lot to live up to, man. They're both showing that they want to touch or give each other a high five before the fight starts. Let's go. Ring this bell. Here we go. Strawweight title on the line. And here we go. Round one. Zhang Weili both bouncing on their feet. Tries to go for a leg kick, but then holds back. No strikes have been thrown. Just filling each other out. Check and reach. Weili comes with a nice head kick, but completely missed. I didn't mean to say nice. I meant hard. Yan trying to go inside. Cross. Went over the hand. Weili already with a nice leg takedown that almost knocked Yan right down. Weili had some crazy, like her legs are ridiculously strong. That's why her kicks can do so much damage. Her legs are ridiculously strong as they get tied up here in the corner. Yang has the champ, Weili against the fence, but Weili reverses it, spins around. And they back at the center. The champ tried to catch her with a kick on the way out, but she missed. So not much action has happened. Like a couple jabs. Zhang Weili, if she could she needs to keep kicking. Her legs are just built for kicking. You can tell. There and right as I said it, she hits 2 body kicks, a low kick, and then Yang went in to get a couple punches, and she hit her. She got hit by the champ with a nice cross. Zhang Weili bouncing back and forth, just trying to fill her out. She tried to knock her head off with a head kick, but completely missed. She is going for these kicks because she must have a karate background because her legs are muscular as hell. She weighs 115 pounds and 80 pounds is probably her leg alone. Another nice leg kick. Yang came in and took her down. Wow. Weili fighting off her back and side control now. Trying to get up. Has her arm under Yang's leg. They're jockeying for position now. Weili back on her feet. Nice takedown by Yan. You can steal the round with these sudden takedowns like that. We got 2 minutes and 25 seconds left. Nothing much in the octagon happening right now, but they're in the center. Nice kick. Nice kick by Weili. As soon as I said it, she started releasing those kicks like crazy. Oh, yeah, with a nice uppercut took Weili down. But she couldn't capitalize. They're both back on their feet. Nice. Yan stunned her. Yan is definitely winning this round now. A nice head kick by the champ, Weili. Showing her jab, couple of jabs, trying to work on the inside, but Yan is ready for her. Nice spinning back fist by Weili, but she missed. Weili with another leg kick, but Yan backed right up out of distance. Now they're jockeying for position against the fence. Weili has Yan against the fence, and a nice judo takedown. As Weili's on top now, inside control after a good judo takedown. I think she's going for a Kimura, but Yan is fighting wrist control. 46 seconds left. Plenty of time to go for a Kimura here. She rolls to her side, though, to not give up that position. Now she's on her back. Yan trying to get up. Nope, now she's back flat on her back from underneath. Weili trying to gain a mount. Crawls over, goes on her back. Great ground and pound now. Now she's going for a rear naked choke. She's got the hooks in. She's on top of Yan's back. Now she's flattening her out. Oh, she might get it. She's choking her out. She might get it. Tight. 10 seconds left. It's tight. 9, 8, 7, 6. Holy hell, this is tight. How is Yan not tapping? And the buzzer rings. Whoa! Yan is out. She's stumbling to her feet. But they said the round ended. She is stumbling. She was out. She was choked out. How the hell the ref didn't stop that, I don't know. She was unconscious for a second. They're saying they're trying to wake her up. She doesn't know what's going on. She thinks the fight is over, but it's not. Whoa. Sometimes you got to save the fighter from themselves. She was out. She was sleeping. He checked her arm. She did move it a little, but then the buzzer rang and when she got let go, Weili woke her up by pushing her. Wow. She was out. She stumbled on her feet. Didn't know where she was at. The referee told her the round is over. The fight isn't over. And pushed her to her corner. Wow. She was sleeping. She took a nap. Oh, this is going to be controversial. If she wins the fight now by decision, they're going to look back at that and say she should have lost by submission. Wow. Well, now she seems like she knows where she at now. They're going to start round 2. She was out, though. She was night-night. Even DC just said it. She definitely got choked out. But she looks like she got all her wits about her. Good jab combination in the middle of the octagon. Weili, a couple of jabs. Yan rushed in with a good couple punches, but nothing really much happened. Joe Rogan said the blood starts to come back when you get up. But yeah, she definitely was out. Weili grabbed a waist lock from behind and slammed her. And now there's 4 minutes and 20 seconds left, and they're right back in that same choke position. This time you go to sleep, it's over. She's flattening her out. Good ground, good punches from the top. She's got her in the rear naked choke, but nope, she slipped out. Yan slipped out in the butterfly guard. She's pushing her up with her legs, and she's doing some up kicks. And Weili just jumped right on top of her. Fighting for control here. She's on the side. She's trying to climb her back. She's got her arm in like a weird wrench position. She's definitely trying to choke her out again. She's on top and side control now. She's pushing Yang's head back. She's trying to get mount. She's on top now. Yan is on her side, pushing Weili off. She's just holding her now. The ref might make him stand up. There's not much. She's just holding her in position now. Yan trying to get up, spins around. Weili hangs up. Weili is strong, 115 pounds. She held her right in position. Said, you ain't getting up. Think she's grabbing the fence, ref. Pay attention. Weili fighting for side control. She's on side control now. I think she's going to go for Kimura. She's punching her stomach right now. Yan is trying to ride the fence with her feet to spin and get up. That's what it looks like she's doing. As long as she doesn't have her toes in between the fence, that's legal. Weili with a couple of elbows while she's on the top, on the side. Now Yan is doing the bad thing, giving up her back, but they rolled over. They rolled over a couple of elbows. Weili is on top with nice elbows. Wow, she's just grounding and pounding with elbows. Dropping the hammer on Yan. I don't think Yan knows where she's at. She's still dazed and confused. She's not fighting wrist control. You got to fight wrist control. Now she gave up her back again, and Weili has the hooks in, flattened her out, pounding on the side of her ear, pounding, pounding, pounding. She may be out. Her arm is trapped underneath her. She's fighting to get up. Weili has that choke again. Up, nope, too high. It's on the bridge of the nose instead of under the chin. She's beating the hell out of Yan. She keeps punching her on the side of her ear so that she lifts her arm up to block and she can go under her to choke her while she's on top of her back. Man, the ref is getting her a lot of leeway because she is not fighting back. This might be over. Ground and pound to the head, to the side of the ear. And then that's exactly what happened. She went to go block and got caught in the choke. Nope. Weili released it. She's got the hooks in her body. She's trying the wrist control. There it is. Jan's fighting the wrist. Weili's trying to get the left arm under so she can choke her. But but Jan looks like she's gonna spin. But that body triangle's caught in. So she has like no way out of this move. Weili lets it go. And getting on top of her. Side control. Trying to go for the Darce choke. That's what she got to do. Get off of her. Lay on the side, and you got the Darce choke. But Jan is doing what you got to do to fight the choke. Putting her arms together like this and locking them. That relieves the advantage that Weili can have. So the choke is not in right. Jan fighting the choke the right way. That's how you counter that. Now they're fighting their way back up. And wow, look at that. Jan is on top now. And Weili is fighting from the bottom. Trying to spin and get up. Nice ground. They're both up on their feet and the crowd goes crazy. Nice way to both of them to get up. Jan with a couple of jabs. Nine seconds left in round number 2 for the strawweight championship here in UFC 300 and live from the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. Weili dominated that, but at the end, Jan started to come back, but she's definitely up 2-0. They're showing the replay. That was a great takedown from Weili. It's starting round 3 here. Here we go, round 3, right in the center of the octagon. Weili with a couple of jabs, but she's not hitting anything. She's just trying to feel her to get inside so she can take her down again. Oh, nice side kick by Jan. Knocked Weili back. Damn, she knocked her halfway across the octagon. That was a nice side kick right to the stomach. Oh, I know that hurt. Weili fell way back. That was Jan's best hit of the night. Jan is starting to pour the pressure on. Jan knocked Weili down, but she's fighting, throwing up kicks. Wow, what a right cross. Or, sorry, overhand right. Jan hit her with an overhand right that knocked Weili right in her butt. But she's doing up kicks from the bottom now so that Jan cannot take advantage of it. She's kicking her thighs. Jan is kicking Weili's thighs as she tries to up kick. And now she's kicking her knees. She's doing bicycle kicks from the ground. Just let her up. Jan should just let her up. Because Weili is just sitting there throwing kicks so that she can't get on top of her. And she hit her hard with that overhand right. I think Weili is trying to get her wits about her. The referee's going to step in and make them stand up. Yep. I saw it coming. Wei Ling was just laying down, relaxing, throwing up quicks. Wei Ling got her wits back about her. That was a nice overhand right by Yan. Wei Ling with a couple jabs. Now she's fearing her the comeback now. She's fearing the punches by Yan, so she's being cautious. Oh, nice kick by Wei Ling. Screw the cautious stuff. Wei Ling got her with her own side kick. Wei Ling trying to take her down, but Yan caught her as she tried to take her down, and it kind of hurt Wei Ling. But Wei Ling's got control, trying to take her down. She's trying to slam Yan. I think she's just trying to get rest because she's hurt. And Yan ended up on top and dropped Wei Ling. Now this third round might belong to Yan. Round 3 is all Yan. Wow, what a fight. I thought Wei Ling was dominating, and then Yan just came out of nowhere. Yan was definitely out of that submission. Oh, yeah, Wei Ling kicked her off and got up. Nice way to get up. Back at the center of the octagon now. Wei Ling with a couple jabs. Oh, Yan took her down again. Yan not giving up. Most people would have gave up after getting dominated those first 2 rounds like that. Another nice side kick by Yan. That side kick is hitting Wei Ling right in the gut. That takes just the wind, the air, everything right out of you. I mean, the first time she hit that, she literally made Wei Ling fly halfway across the ring. 21 seconds left in round number 3 of a possible 5. Yan now showing her boxing. Wei Ling is not as dominant as she was. And right as I said that, she rushes in with a couple punches just to grip Yan to try to take her down. But her back is against the fence now, Wei Ling's. 2-1. And that's definitely Yan's round. So 2 rounds to 1 now. Definitely 2 rounds to 1. We go in Wei Ling's corner where they're speaking Cantonese, so I'm waiting for a translator, but they're not saying anything. They're telling Wei Ling, no more kicks, no more kicks. Don't throw your kicks. I don't know why. Her kicks were strong. And going in the Yan's corner now. I encourage her. She said that kick is there for you all day. So one corner telling them not to kick. The other corner is telling her. The other corner, Yan, is telling her, hey, your kicks are there all day. She can't handle your kicks, and she can't. Wei Ling got caught with 2 side kicks right to the stomach. Here we go. Round number 4 of a possible 5. Champ should be up 2-1 in my opinion. But we'll see. Judges are different. Couple of jabs. They're not really doing. Oh, a crescent kick by Wei Ling. Their corner told her to stop throwing kicks, and she threw a crescent kick. Yan with a nice 1-2 punch combo. Yan returns the favor. Wei Ling returns the favor, but misses. Oh, Yan took her down again with a nice cross. Her cross into an overhand right or left cross into an overhand right is a great combo. She's caught Wei Ling twice already with that. She just knocked her down again. Yan already ahead in this round. She can keep this up. She just tied it. Wei Ling come in with her own cross and then try to do a double leg takedown. But Yan rode her back. Nope, she's on the bottom now. Wei Ling is on top, trying to bypass her guard. Yan trying to work her way up with her back against the fence. And she's up on her feet. Wei Ling takes her down again, though. She's got her waist lock while Yan is on all four. Wei Ling has got a waist lock, trying to work in her the triangle leg lock, or I should say the triangle body lock. She's got one hook in. I think she's trying to spin Yan around so that she can ground and pound, but Yan is just fighting for her own position. This is good wrestling. Wei Ling is on Yan's back, flattening Yan's leg out now, fighting for wrist control, couple punches from the top. She's definitely trying to choke her out again. Now she's punching from underneath and hitting Yan. She's going under Yan's armpit to catch her jaw, and it's working. She's caught her with a few punches. She's almost flattening her out. She's trying to choke her. Now Yan's sitting up on her butt, and then Wei Ling is still on top, but punching her from behind. Right in front of Yan's corner too. Uriah Faber, you can see him yelling out instructions there. Now they're both sitting on their butts, but Yan is on. Wei Ling is on top. Now she's getting across. She's gonna end up right on full mount. She's spun and she's riding like Yan's hips now, and punching her ribs, punching her armpit. Wei Ling is just punching anything on Yan's body right at this point. Fighting from underneath. Yan is fighting wrist control, but Wei Ling is just punching her from underneath and popping her head, trying to get Yan to start defending it. And then when she puts her arm up, she can go underneath and choke her. And that's exactly what nope. Yan is fighting wrist control. Yan is flattened out now. That's bad, though. Yan is completely flattened out while Wei Ling has one arm underneath the chin, but she can't get the choke because she's kind of like on her hip. Yan is like on her hip a little. They're showing control time. Yan in round one, Wei Ling had 1 minute and 4 seconds. Yan only had 20 seconds. Well, it disappeared now. I can't read the rest. Yan trying to get back on her feet, but Wei Ling is just pounding from the top. She's riding her back. She looked like a book bag. She literally has both hooks in, arms wrapped around her. She looked like Yan is carrying a book bag, 115-pound book bag. She's just trying to get Yan to release her arm so that she can have both arms to get this choke in. Yan has her arm, has Wei Ling's arm trapped in between. There it goes. Now both her arms are free. And she's just punching away so that when she goes like this to block, she can choke from underneath. And Yan punching behind her over her own head to hit Wei Ling. Wei Ling's got one arm under the chin, but not quite. Yan is fighting and pushing Wei Ling's forearm away, but there's only 3 seconds left. Anyway, that Yan started that round off real strong, but Wei Ling turned it around. Wei Ling might be up 3-1 now. So it's for Yan to win, she needs a knockout or a submission here in the 5th round, because I think she's down 3-1. They go in the corner. Yan's eye is definitely swelling up. When you get to the cage, you need to stand up. You understand? Stand up. Don't let her take you down. It's a lot easier said than done. Wei Ling's corner saying, let's push her back against the fence. Take your shot. Take it easy. You can submit her, they're saying. So I guess Wei Ling wants to submit her. Here we go. 5th and final round. Jason Murdoch is warning Yan that if you keep grabbing the fence, I'm going to take a point out. She did. She kept grabbing the fence over and over when Yan was trying to take her, or when Wei Ling was trying to take her arm away. I'm curious at how that 4th round was scored now, because if they scored it for Yan, it's now tied, and the 5th is the deciding round. If they scored it the way I scored it, then it's 3 rounds to 1 right now. Wei Ling with a nice head kick. And then takedown combo. She head kicked and then she did a double leg takedown. She's on top right now. Yan is fighting from the bottom, trying to get up immediately after being taken down. They're showing stats for Wei Ling. She's 5 of 8 on takedowns, so she's 63%. She's got like her arm around almost like a guillotine from the top, but she can't quite get it because Yan is fighting. They're rolling. Both get on their feet. Nice job. Right back to the middle. Wei Ling with a good start to this round. She came inside with a couple of jabs and then right to a double leg takedown. That's what you do. You can't just shoot. You got to follow. You got to lead it in with some punches so the opponent doesn't expect you to shoot. Wei Ling doing smart here. Now they're back in the center. Yan with a couple of jabs. Wei Ling is stalking her. There's Yan with that side kick again, but Wei Ling took it this time. It didn't knock him back that much. As we're reminded of the main event, Pereira versus Hill. Wei Ling with another takedown. Yeah, Wei Ling definitely has this fight in the bag right now. Another takedown. She's trying to work her way from side control. She keeps putting her arm right under Yan's chin. She's trying to go for that choke. She's got both hooks in. She rolled Yan. So Yan is on top of Wei Ling backwards with her face towards the sky so she can get the rear naked choke now, Wei Ling. But now Yan spun. They're jockeying for position. This is good ground. This is a good ground match. Most people find fights like this boring, but I can appreciate all aspects of mixed martial arts. Yan is still on the bottom. Wei Ling, we're punching. They're laying flat. She's not like on a mount yet. She's kind of like half mounted, half side control. Yan turning to her side, trying to grab Wei Ling's arm to get a Kimura from underneath. Oh, she almost had it. Wei Ling gets control again. Yan doing what she's supposed to do from underneath with the wrist control. But now she's turning. She's giving up her back. Wei Ling is looking for the choke and you gave up your back. That's not what you want to do. She's got the body hooks in. She's got the triangle body lock. Wei Ling. Oh, well, almost. Yan just kicked her other leg over her. Wei Ling fighting for this choke. She wants this choke so bad. But Yan just fighting, keeps switching positions all the time. And Wei Ling can't keep the same position. Now they're kind of like half up. They're both sitting up. Well, Wei Ling is kneeling and Yan is fighting. And now she lay down. Kimura. Oh. Wei Ling had a Kimura from behind. But I don't think she's got the strength to hold Yan down right now. They're both sweaty. It's been 5 rounds already. Well, 4.5. Yan laid on her back, and Wei Ling is right back on top, punching her ribs, punching her face. 45 seconds left. Yan definitely lost if you're going to just end the round on your back. Side control. Couple punches to the rib. Yeah, Wei Ling is just gonna ride her on top, and so that she could just ride the last 25 seconds and win by decision because she's definitely up. She's been controlling the octagon. Yan is just taking a beating from the bottom. Wei Ling is just punches to the rib and then going to the face. 10 seconds left. Yeah, it's over. Wei Ling won by decision. Unanimous decision here. I think 4 rounds to 1. So it should be 50-45. There it is. The buzzer rings. They hug. Wei Ling putting her arms up. It's definitely over. I say 50-45 unanimous decision and still strawweight champion. Joe Rogan saying it was a war. It was a war, but the last 2 rounds were kind of dominated by Wei Ling. But they're showing that first round, that choke was, man, she was out. She was out. Wei Ling was on the bottom and pushed Yan off. That's what woke Yan up. And then as she stood up, she stumbled. She definitely was out. Her face was blue. They're showing Wei Ling almost had the choke 3 times. Joe Rogan saying, what a fight. There's the side kick. That side kick really knocked Wei Ling back, man. It literally spun her. Nice trip. Yan trip. I didn't even notice that trip. That's how Yan took Wei Ling down. Wei Ling with a good head kick. They're showing slow motion replays now. There's some hits I didn't notice that got through, but I guess it was the angle. Wei Ling definitely out wrestled Yan. It's definitely 50-45. No, wait, 50-45 would be all 5 rounds. No, it should be 49-46. Because I think Wei Ling lost that second round. So let's see. Let's see what the scorecards are. Yep, all 3 judges scored at 49-45. And still champion. So they probably got it the same way I had it. She won 4 out of the 5 rounds. She had won the first round, the 3rd round, and the 4th and 5th round. She lost the 2nd. They hug. Yan is going out, and the translator's coming in. So we're getting Wei Ling's post-fight interview. She's at Joe Rogan saying, congratulations. Your courage and skills you put on tonight. And of course, Zhang Weili speaking Cantonese. Let's see what the translator says she said. She's an amazing fighter. She's tough. I would like us to continue to be friends after the fight. Joe Rogan said in the first round you had her asleep. When the ref woke her up, she was out. She definitely was asleep. If you guys can get a clip of this on YouTube tomorrow or something, you guys got to see Yan was sleeping. I'm trying to see what Wei Ling says. Listen. She's saying a lot, and I bet you it's not. She said, yeah, I think she was out, but she bounced back very quickly. Now she said thank you in English. Thank you, everybody. That definitely didn't live up to Max Holloway's fight, though. Maybe Max Holloway should have been the co-main event. Joe Rogan said, congratulations on your incredible performance. Yeah, Max Holloway and Justin Gaethje probably should have been the co-main event. But that's hindsight after watching the fight and seeing what happened on it. So, but Weiling's still talking. Let's. I'm going to continue to train. I owe these people great fights. I want UFC to come to China. I knew somebody was going to say something. You gotta, that is an Asian market. You need to go in there, UFC. The Chinese market is wide open, but we'll see if they do it. Usually when they go to another country like that, they have multiple champions from that country. Weili is the only Chinese champion. Now they're showing celebrities there. Kamaru Usman, former welterweight champion. They show David Spade. Rage Against the Machine's Timmy Cofferville. Tom Aspinall, interim UFC heavyweight champion. There's Jorge Masvidal, the light UFC badmouth champion. Royce Gracie, wow, UFC Hall of Famer, first ever welterweight champ. Let's see what they're saying about Weili. Second most title fights in UFC strawweight history. Joanna Jędrzejczyk has 6, and Weili has 5. So she needs one more to tie Joanna's record. Here we go, the main event. Pereira Hill. They say UFC 5. You can now download Mike Tyson until April 15th. Which is Monday. So there you go. If you own UFC 5, you can download Mike Tyson right now. As they UFC showing some commercials, so I'll show a commercial of my own again. It's just a short minute. I showed it earlier, but it's the same commercial where you can follow us all on the Jeff Meacham Network. So I'll be back in about a minute.
And now, preview time. So let's take a look at what's coming your way.
Aiming to add clarity to a light heavyweight division that has been in flux over the last few years. Alex Pereira is confident he will.
All right, we're back. They're still showing highlights of the Hill. Let me change the banner here to the main event. They're showing the Hill's highlights when he knocked out Glover Teixeira. That was a crazy fight. That's when Hill won the title. But then due to injury, he had to vacate it, and that's why we're here. Highlight package. While they're showing this highlight package, I would like to thank once again for everybody who's watching along on X and on my Rage of Wrestling YouTube. As always, please subscribe and click that notification for future videos. And I'd like to thank everybody who is subscribing. If we can get more, as I've been up here now for 3 hours. It is 1:10 a.m. in the East. And we're just getting to the main event. They're showing Pereira's highlights here of when he won the UFC light heavyweight championship. He can move both divisions, 205 and 185. But it looks like he's going to focus on this 205. He's one of, I believe, 6 champions who've been double champion. Trying to think, Conor McGregor, BJ Penn, Henry Cejudo. Who else was it? To Alex, Alex Pereira, Conor McGregor, Henry Cejudo, John Jones, and I can't think of who the last person is. It's not Jose Aldo. I'm missing one of them. I know John Jones was the latest. It'll probably pop in my head as we continue to talk. Here's the Hill highlights. And he had a crazy, devastating injury. He's been off for over a year. This is hyping me up, though. So the UFC, I got to admit, WWE is the best at making hype videos, but UFC does really like hype you up right before they show this package. If anyone out there knows if they can comment about that, I'm missing one double champ. It's kind of now this is gonna bother me. Conor McGregor, John Jones, Henry Cejudo. Oh, George St. Pierre. That's the last one. He beat Michael Bisping and became a double champ, a 2-weight division champ. Because he was originally he held down the welterweight division for most of his reign, but then he won that middleweight title when he beat Michael Bisping. Forgot about that. He submitted him. That wasn't a comment. It just popped in my head. I knew I was missing one. There's GSP. So Pereira's got good company with this double champ. A lot of big names were double champs. I knew it would pop in my head eventually, but thank God it's not a trivia or something, because gun to my head, I wouldn't have been able to think of all of them. As I got to go on mute on the TV because of the music. As we get the former UFC light heavyweight champion Hill here, Jamal Hill, coming out. This is going to be a tough one. I don't think this is going to decision. These both got knockout powers. Alex Pereira, of course, the champ, is a kickboxing champ, 2-weight division, Brazilian jiu-jitsu, but that kickboxing, he's so strong with his legs and he's got knockout power in both hands, although he favors the left. But Jamal Hill is just a beast himself. Huge guy, wrestles, kickboxing in his own right. Let me see if they give it to from Chicago, Illinois. That alone, growing up in the streets of Chicago, Illinois, makes you tough. That alone, if you're from the States, you know how Chicago is. A lot of tough people come from Chicago. He's grooving as he come out with the dancing, but he's serious. He's reacting to his music, but he's doing a slow, methodical walk. And that's a big light heavyweight himself. He's probably 6'2", 6'3". Let's see if he can get back to the mountaintop and regain what he actually didn't lose. He never lost the title. It just was taken from him due to injury. And now he finally gets the chance to put that 10 pounds of gold back on his waist. Let me see. He's getting to the fight pit now. He's kissing his wife. Hugging somebody in the crowd. Probably family. Giving some hands to the crowd. Great. Get this going. Alex Pereira, Jamal Hill, UFC light heavyweight champion. This is what UFC 300 was built around. He's in the fighter's pit now. Last minute coaching instructions. Hugging everybody. Jesus. Just get all right. Drinking some water. Let's go. I don't know why these people procrastinate this so much. You don't gotta greet everybody. Just let's go. There it is. Vaseline on the face. Ref asking to see his mouthpiece. He's got his cup. Let him in the octagon now. As we await Alex Pereira's entrance, Jamal Hill, former UFC light heavyweight champ, second highest significant strike rate in UFC heavyweight history or light heavyweight history, 6.99 per minute, so 7 strikes per minute. Awarded UFC contract, season 3, week 5. Of the show, I can't even think of the name of the show. They show the initials, but the one that was on Spike TV, I haven't watched since I don't even know it's the last one I watched. I think Chael Sonnen was one of the coaches there on the show. I think that might have been the last season I watched, or maybe the Conor McGregor one. I don't know if that was after when Uriah Faber and Conor McGregor were the coaches. I'm not sure if that was before or after Chael Sonnen's. And the Axe Murderer was the other coach with Chael Sonnen, where they had that fight. He said, "I can't let you get too close to me." He took him down. And here we go, Pereira. The crowd is going crazy for Pereira. I didn't realize how that must be a heavy Brazilian crowd then, because they're going crazy. Yep, can't unmute because of the music still. Pereira about 6'1" himself. Let's see, from Sao Bernardo, Sao Paulo, Brazil. The entrances are almost like Roman Reigns. They take forever. Pereira doing his typical bounce walk as he comes to the entrance. He does this when he walks, and it's the funniest thing to just see him goofing around, because it's like you should be serious, but he likes to goof around. Which, I mean, you can't be serious all the time, I guess. And he does this infamous bow and arrow that Adesanya stole from him after he knocked him out. Hill just waving him in. Stop BSing and get in here. Bumped into the cameraman. Hill was ready to go. He's like a caged animal right now. I just can't wait for Bruce Buffer to make the announcement and let these two go at it, because there's a lot of if I could speak, bad blood in here. He's getting his Vaseline checked out. Here's his stats. UFC light heavyweight champion, former UFC middleweight champion, 9th fighter in UFC history to earn a title in 2 divisions. Sorry, 6th fighter. I don't know why I said that. Former Glory kickboxing middleweight champion and light heavyweight champion. Props to watch. Pereira to win by KO is plus 120. Hill to win by KO is plus 180. So if you bet on Hill, You get 180 plus 180 if you. I don't know about knockout. This might be I don't know. I don't know how it's gonna go down. I just hope it's a good fight because so far it's been Max Holloway and Justin Gaethje to steal the night for me. And Hill looks serious. He's like, oh, screw all this BS. I'm ready to kill you. If looks could kill, Hill will go to jail right now. Like, wow. He has not laid eyes off of Alex Pereira. Trying to see if they stop the music. All right, here we go. Here we go. The final tell of the tape for UFC 300. Pereira 36, 6'4", 205 pounds. Jamil Hill, same height, same weight, same reach. Everything perfectly identical except he's younger. He's 32. He's 12-1, 1 no contest, and Pereira's 9-2. And here we go as we go to Bruce Buffer. The main event of the evening for the undisputed light heavyweight championship, who John Jones vacated when he moved up to heavyweight. So John Jones was never beat for this title either. Judges Derek Cleary, Sal D'Amato, Ron McCarthy. Referee, of course, for this main event, Herb Dean. Brought to you by the Fall Guy. I think that's a Ryan Gosling movie, I think. Ryan Gosling movie. Man, these two are staring a hole in each other. Like, this is ridiculous. Like, most people jump around, raise their hands, get to the crowd. These two are serious. They want to kill each other. Pereira hasn't even blinked. And neither has Hill. Live from the sold-out T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada. It's time. Here we go. 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC Light Heavyweight Championship. Blue corner, Jamal Hill, 12-1. Like I said, 12-1 with 1 no contest. He's fighting out of Grand Rapids, Michigan now, but originally from Chicago, Illinois. Let's see if he can get his belt back that he never lost. He vacated it due to injury, and that's why Pereira was able to have the championship now. It's one thing to win the title. It's another thing to defend it. I believe Anderson Silva is the one that said it. You're not really the champion until you defend it. Here we go. Alex Pereira, 9-2, 6'4". Everything's look at that. He's out of Danbury, Connecticut now. Originally out of Brazil. I said a lot of the Brazilian fighters they fight out of the gym in Danbury, Connecticut. So you would think I'd be on his side, but nah. When Israel Adesanya is one of your top fighters, then I guess Pereira has to be your op for life. I can't let Izzy find out me cheering for Pereira or anything. Not that he ever would, or that he would care. Here we go, face-to-face, getting instructions by Herb Dean. Of course, to protect yourselves at all times. Listen and obey to my instructions. Oh, fist bump. Okay, I didn't think they would touch gloves because they were staring hard at each other. Yeah, DC said this is going to be crazy. Let's see. I hope it doesn't end in like 30 seconds, though. Here we go. They give each other high five, a dap in the middle of the ring or octagon. Pereira bouncing light on his feet, couple of light leg kicks. Hill looks big, man. Hill with a leg kick of his own. DC said kicks are different from most at Pereira because he's got that kickboxing background. His kicks are strong, and you can see the leg. You can see the strength in Pereira. He may look like a smaller frame, but his leg has a lot of power, especially coming off that back foot. Hill with his own kick to the body, and he jumps out of the way of the response. Hill with another kick, but Pereira definitely checked it. Misses a leg sweep. Pereira backing up, blocking on Hill's jabs. Hill throwing a couple jabs with his right hand, trying to set up for the left overhand. Pereira with a nice leg kick to the body. Hill with an overhand left. Both at the center. Nobody's tried any takedowns. They're just kicking and punching each other. Hill with two nice leg kicks, but the second one was checked by Pereira. Pereira returns the favor with a couple of leg kicks of his own. Hill feinting with a couple of jabs. Hill grabs Pereira's left arm or wrist. Thought he was going to do something with it, but he let it go. Hill with a kick to the stomach, but Pereira blocked it. They're still just filling each other out right now. A couple of light jabs by Hill. I think he's just trying to fill Alex's or Pereira his response to see what he goes for when you're faking, so you know what to counter with. A head kick by Hill, but he telegraphed it. And Hill and Alex was able to move out of the way real fast. But I know what Hill's doing. He's setting up his left hook by keep throwing the right jab. Nice leg kick by Alex again. Both of them, they're just standing in the center going at it. Leg kicks. Nice jab to the stomach by Hill. Alex returns the favor with his own. Hill with a jab to the stomach again. Body work. No, not much is happening, but they're just filling each other out. I don't know what just happened. Herb Deep says stop, and Alex just pushed him back to the side. Said no. Ah! Pereira with a left cross or left hook, knocked Hill down. Now he's on top, ground and pound. I think it's over. It's over. Herb Deep stopped it. Wow. Hill got knocked out, and Pereira literally jumped on top. Pereira was on top of him just going like this with the meme and like a gift. That's going to be a gift or a meme. Alex was like, what the hell was this challenge? He caught him. He caught him, man. Nice left hook. And he clobbed Hill, just laid out, and then he just ground and pounded until Hill couldn't take it anymore. Hill arguing. I don't think Hill realizes what happened. You got knocked the hell out, bro. Wow, and they're giving Pereira just earned a black belt. Give it to him. He's got every belt there is. He made Hill look like a chump. He made that look easy. He caught him with a left hook and just grounded and pounded him. He just didn't see it coming. Hill did not see that coming. I think Holloway's knockout was still better, though. Just because it came at the end of the 5th round like that. Hill kicked him in the stomach. Herb thought it was low. Pereira just pushed him back. Couple jabs. Hill went to go for an overhand and got caught with the left hook. And then Alex went in for the kill. It was like a left right to the nose. And Hill, the lights were out. His eyes rolled in the back of the head as he was falling down. And it looked like he got his wits about him, and then it's just from that ground and pound. Hill just, wow, man. Ground and pound. And Alex Pereira just going, that's hilarious. When you get to knock people out with this, that didn't look like that should knock you out. It was like a weird, he hit him like this light jab right to the nose, and it took Hill out. I don't. And Hill fell on his own leg, man. That just. Yeah, I said it. DC just said he knocked his head in the back of his, knocked his eyes in the back of his head. That's exactly what happened on the way down. He was just rolling his eyes, man. Who can take Pereira out, man? Izzy might have to jump up the light heavyweight and get that title. We might have to get the fourth and final fight. Hill looks so disappointed, man. DC said Pereira is making a sport that is so difficult look so easy. And here we go. And still first round, man. I said it better not be a 2-minute fight. Let's see if I jinxed it. 3 minutes and 46 seconds. Dana White put the title on his shoulders because he just put his new black belt around. Pereira has the new black belt around his waist. Hill just saying you deserve the title. He pointed at him and said you definitely deserve to be champ. Pereira's son hugging him. Let's see what they say post-fight. Pereira, big family, everybody hugging him. See what Joe Rogan says.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with the winner and still champion, Alex Pereira. Alex, it's an absolutely sensational performance.
Alex, a good sensational performance. That clean punch you hit him with, put him away. Is that what you anticipated coming into the fight? Pereira giving a long answer.
Yeah, you guys can see what I was doing in there. I think it was one of my hands from him.
You can see what I was doing in there. I took a left hand from him. He's a strong guy. I wanted to feel his strength, but I knew I could walk through it. I made a few mistakes with my kicks, but then everything went perfect. He said Hill has been injured, never lost a title. So everybody felt he had the advantage over you leading up to this fight. How much did that affect you? He said, I know it was bothering you at one point. How did you feel about that? What a card. UFC 300 definitely delivered. From what I'm hearing about the prelims, man, and then the pay-per-view, man. But that Max Holloway, that's definitely fight of the night. It's weird. Me speaking Spanish and hearing somebody speak Portuguese, I can like pick out little things that I can understand what the guy's saying. He said, I don't let this belt go to my head. Things are gonna, it just motivates me when people doubt me. He said, in a short amount of time, Joe Rogan is telling him you have a spectacular run defending the light heavyweight title. What else do you want to accomplish in the sport?
Foi tudo dentro do planejado, saindo sem nenhuma lesão. Eu gostaria de lutar no Brasil, eu sei que é pouco tempo, vamos ver o que acontece. Eu sempre
No me importa means doesn't matter to me, or I don't care. I'm gonna defend this belt. I keep talking about fighting in Brazil. I know there needs to be a lot of promotion behind it, but I don't care. I'll fight at heavyweight, light heavyweight. I don't care. Joe Rogan shaking his hand, saying amazing fight. Ladies and gentlemen, still champ Alex Pereira. That was an easy night. He could fight in UFC 301, which is in Brazil. Now he had such an easy fight. This right, literally a 3-minute fight. He can get right back on. No injuries, no nothing. He can get right back and go to Brazil, and I like that. Add him to that card with Jose Aldo. Pereira dancing. That night, that brings UFC 300 to a close. Another great pay-per-view. I'd like to thank everyone who watched this 3 hours and 36 minutes so far with this watch-along. Again, thank you. I ran that commercial twice, so I don't need to run it again. So to follow me on X, it's at Walter Alex Cruz. The Instagram is the Cal Fire Farms if you're into that kind of business. And again, here on YouTube is at Rage of Wrestling. So I'd like to thank everybody who watched. Please subscribe. We got more videos coming out, and we got open mic night should be going on now. So you want to check me out, I'm going to switch over to open mic night over on the Jeff Meacham Network and also on my channel. So this has been my watch along to UFC 300, which was good. I got to say, Max Holloway again. Congratulations. That's got to be the fight of the night. $300,000. But thank you, everyone who tuned in. And have a great night, everyone.